The following program is an exclusive DisruptionNetworks.com production.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale, or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection, to making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage, making sure they're getting the best price on their house. You know, just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725. In the Mohawk Valley, for the best real estate service, you gotta have faith. Caldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-735-2222 or www.centralnyhomes.com.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
EC Radio, Disruption Networks. EC Radio, Disruption Networks.
Yeah, EC Radio, what's happening, everybody? It's Z. We're hanging. Wednesday, the Hump Day Hoedown, Wacky Wednesday, however you want to refer to it as. That's what we're doing here on the D. DisruptionNetwork.net. Check out the all brand new website. Like us on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram. We're all over the social medias. We're doing the social media thing. Joining me, as always, Chicken.
What up?
What up, pal? What are you doing? How you doing, all right?
Doing good, man.
I'm thinking, Chicken, in everything you say today, I'm just going to start standing up and applauding in honor of the fucking State of the Union last night. So everything that you say, I'm just going to stand up and applaud.
How drunk did
for
you
everything
get?
you say.
How drunk did you get?
Dude, I got when he started talking about coal and we're bringing back coal or whatever, I'm like, I'm out of here.
Coal.
So,
Way to bring us back to the 50s.
yeah, I love living in 1866, but we're not going to get into politics. I don't want to get into that. I know I brought it up, but shame on me, of course, because we've got important things to talk about today. And that, my friend, I brought in my old school friend from years and years from my K-Rock days, my man JP Voytko in the house.
Hey, Z,
that's how
how's it
you
going?
say your name.
Yes, it is. JP Voytko.
Voytko.
Yes,
you got to
sir.
throw the T in there.
Yeah, it's silent if you want it.
It's great to see you, man. I'm glad you could make the trip down, and thank you for making the
Yeah,
trip.
thanks for having me. It's a trip, but I appreciate your effort to reach out and support my cause.
Well, you're doing a great thing.
Oh, thanks, man.
And you've been in the music business for a long time. How long you been?
30 years.
30 years.
Yes, sir.
30 years.
On that small stage at Syracuse called The Lost Horizon was my first step.
The Lost,
yeah.
man.
Yes, sir.
Lost.
Still standing.
Quick little background. My uncle was a bouncer there. Went to pick up his paycheck and said, "Hey, come along, kid." So I'm standing backstage. The guy says, "Hey, can you grab that thing right there?" And it's a big black round thing. I go and grab it, and I'm 12 years old. I'm pulling this thing. It's a cymbal bag. Come to find out, it was Scott Rockenfield from Queensryche.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And that was the first gig you worked.
That was the first gig I ever worked in. It was as a drum tech, so I was hooked ever since.
Yeah. And you went all over the country pretty
Yeah,
much too, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Who have you
Robbie
worked with?
Robbie Humanick was my best friend, and Rob Karras was his stage name. God rest his soul. He was a drummer in Harlot from the '80s in Syracuse to Paris, and then went on to the Bullet Boys.
Yeah.
And did a lot of cool things with the Bullet Boys, and then had a band called Pain Incorporated. Brought me around the country. He's a great man.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And
Bullet
you're
Boys,
still
Bullet Boys, first band I've ever seen live.
Really? Where'd you see him? At
11
North City or?
No, the Odd with Cinderella and Wenger.
Absolutely.
I was like 11 years old. My old man took us.
It was my first concert without my parents too.
That tells you how old I am. But no, it really tells you how young I was when I started. My mom was really cool, man. It was like, okay, father figure type dudes. Here you go. Here's my kid. And literally on Friday nights would say here and leave me with some stranger dudes with long moppy heads and tape on wigs. I worked for bands like Soldier.
Nice.
With Tim Sharp and Bill Blanchard was playing keyboards, and so I go way back.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of stuff, man. That's good, and you're still doing it.
Yeah. I produce shows now up in Watertown.
Right, and now you've got the big show that's happening next weekend.
Absolutely.
Now, was there an incident that sparked all this?
Yeah, I know you from the business, and all our friends are the business.
Right.
My friend was in the Paris attacks during when the attacks happened in Paris. He was a tour manager on.
Is that at the show?
At the show.
Eagles of Death Metal show?
Eagles of Death Metal. He's the tour manager for Eagles. One of the assistant tour manager.
Okay.
And I lived on his couch in L.A., when I was out there. And this guy was a great guy and didn't get hurt or nothing, but just sparked this thing in me about, I think we've even had these discussions how it's so easy to get in and to do things. We would talk about, ways to sneak into places and do stupid stuff. And it was inevitable that it would happen. And it hit home with him. And then a couple other things that happened in France and across the seas here. And then at home in Florida, there was a nightclub attack. And it all just started to click, man.
And then
we need
Vegas.
to save these. Yeah, and then this is recent, but I started this about 3 years ago.
Okay.
So and the Vegas was really what this year put me into a different realm of, man, I'm going to make this thing huge and spread it out. And there's no reason why I'm the only one in America doing the anti-violence event. There's no reason why this is, but I'll take that.
But you also had the Dimebag Darrell situation.
Absolutely, and I was on the road when that happened. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. Those things happen to my homies. That the people on the other side of the barricade don't really realize what we do back there.
Right, exactly.
So it is true I really went for the bands first. Hey, Holmes, look around you. When something happens, say something. The old, everything that's going down is really about keeping your head on a swivel, but not being paranoid.
But then the security too feels like almost like they have to be a little more aggressive too. Like when somebody gets up and tries to get on stage, they're way more aggressive than they used to be. They used to kind of let you get up and jump in the crowd and things like that. Yeah. But nowadays you can't take that chance.
Absolutely not.
Because of some of the things that we've seen.
Absolutely.
This world's gone mad.
Yeah, it is, and it is mad. Meaning like angry. And I'm still trying to figure out I got my own anger issues, but there's, music brings it to a different level for all of us, whether it takes the anger out of us or brings it in to soothe our souls. It's what's really brought, this to me is I have so many friends in music. I want to keep everybody safe, and I don't want to scare anybody, but there's no reason why we're not talking about this all the time.
Right.
I went to a Guns N' Roses show this summer, and these guys were armed with M16s.
Yeah.
I've never been to a show that had military presence with M16s, going through. I mean, usually you get patted down by guys that work at a security company, maybe a few cops on hand. Not friggin' military with M16s.
No, it's insane.
That's insane.
It is, and
Sorry,
it's
buddy,
also
I didn't
New
have
York
your mic
City
on.
or wherever he was, and that's danger.
Should I repeat myself?
And we all know that's what's going on behind the scenes. We've always known that's what's going on, and as soon as you see it, I think that I truly think that security should just be tripled and quadrupled, and just keep giving my homies work.
Right?
Yeah, man. You can't even feel safe going to a concert anymore now. It's unfortunate, and especially that Vegas thing that hit close to home as well. And it's just it's a mad world we live in, and it's a great thing that you're doing, my friend. And I like this. So what do you got going on? Exactly what's happening during your event?
We're gonna have 24 bands in 12 hours. I'm gonna just slam it You know, we know how to do festival style. We were taught by the best. You know, Stacy's taught us how to do this right.
Fact
you know?
of life.
And
Fact of
I'll
life.
give a shout out to her, and I know she don't like it, but you know, I love Stacy Waterman and everything she's taught me.
I love you too, Mama.
You know, that being said, it's 12 hours of music, 2 stages, boom boom, half hour each band, and it's everything from rap to rock to metal to punk to country.
So like old Lollapalooza style.
Totally into just melting the melting pot. You know,
Beautiful.
tell me why I can't.
No, you can't. Of course you can.
And that's kind of been my thing ever since I started doing shows years ago was, man, I always like different genres in the event because it brings us all together. You know, what the heck? What are we doing shows for that's like, this is just metal, this is just rap, this, you know what?
Well, because when we were growing up, it was you had your hip-hop kids and you had your metal kids, and they never crossed over. It wasn't until like you got into like the Anthrax and the Rage and some of that stuff, Faith No More, and some of those bands that kind of blended the music. But now I find like these kids are growing up. It's so acceptable to like both, you know, styles of music.
It's almost not accepted if you don't like both.
Right.
Because it is the same genre. It's the same beat that goes on in every single song, you know?
4/4, baby.
That's it.
Well, metal and rap are like the same, just on opposite ends.
Totally
like
started from the same match.
Renegade music, you know.
Absolutely. And that's the best thing about this is that, again, I'm bringing all these guys into the room together. You know, 24 bands is 80-something guys. And they all look at each other and like, okay, cool. We're all here for the same reason. Next thing you know, this guy are all collaborating, doing records together. You know,
because in the end of the day, they're all musicians.
Oh my God! And it's been really exciting. Like the guys I started this show with won't even call me.
I'm going to give
so
them
busy.
all hugs.
They're so busy. They're all top-notch bands in the area now, and I can't even get them to return my calls.
That's all right though.
No, it's great.
Down the
And I don't
road,
mean
because
that-
you will get there.
Yeah, I don't mean that in a bad thing at all. It's really, I'm just making fun. It's really fun. And, you know, one of the guys that's headlining it, Eddie Cito, he started at my shows and doing lots of things. And recently he's gotten a huge plug on radio up there and a huge push. He's got a record deal, blah, blah, blah. I was at the Grammys this weekend meeting all these hobnobbers because, you know, that's where he's expected to be next year. So he's headlining my event.
Cool.
And, you know, all ages event. People are loving this guy. Come and see him. And he's like an R&B guy. Not even
Oh, is that the guy
swooner.
you sent me a link to?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep,
I remember.
absolutely.
Yeah, excellent. He was really, really good.
Yes,
actually.
these guys, and that's the best thing is a lot of these guys are not noticed. You know, so let's bring them out.
There's so much talent in upstate New York. You know, and that's exactly why we have this podcast too, is to display all that. Hence, by the way, the Fight from Rome boys are in the house.
Yeah, thanks
Hi,
for coming
guys.
in, man.
What's going on?
It's good to see you, fellas. Zach, I see you like every day. Josh, don't break my shit. See, this is why
Unfucking believable.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Can't bring you anywhere.
you guys were on probation before all this. You know
We
that.
can dress them up.
After your last appearance here. No, but welcome to the show. And you guys are playing the event next week.
Yes, we are.
How'd you hear about this?
Just came across the post for CNY shows or something that JP had posted and contacted him as soon as I saw him. Like to be a part of it if we can.
Cool. These guys bring a party, man. Been playing with them for years.
Awesome.
They bring a great party.
Awesome.
You're going to have a good time.
Checked out a video and I was like, Beastie Boys, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I always say, it's like people ask how to describe Fight for Rome, and I say Beastie Boys meets Rage Against the Machine with a punk rock attitude, like DIY.
Sure.
Perfect.
And we're all
Take
best
it.
friends. So
Fit
that
right
helps.
in.
I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah, they got a hold of me and they're one of the first guys that got a hold of me, and I'm always about pulling from the outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not talent wise or anything, but from the area. What are you doing this for if you're not spreading outside your town?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You guys want to reach outside of Utica. You're, and I'm sure you are. You got 6,000,
where
5,000
you grow.
followers. It's exactly right. And that's another thing. I'm almost like teaching these guys. Come on, man. You know, are you in a band or are you fucking around?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Put up or shut up, and everybody puts up, man. And that's what I love about it. And that's where I'm pushing them. I make them all do a PSA for me. So if you're on the Anti-Violence show, you have to do a 60-second commercial that says, hey, man, come to this show and stop being a dick.
Which is awesome.
Josh did a very good job
That was
on
kind
that PSA, by the way.
It was kind of like our PSA. We're trying to
Totally.
go around the world and tell people stop being a dick.
Over the summer,
Exactly.
that was our phrase. Like, just stop being a dick.
It's so easy, right?
It is so easy. Just be nice to people, you know?
Yeah, and these guys had put in one that like made my fur stand up, and I was, crying at the thing, and I had no idea. It was really vague, little PSA, and it means a lot. So,
How'd your PSA go?
It was good. Me and Scott were just hanging out in our basement, and we just both took turns, saying our piece back and forth, edited it down. It's
Some nifty jump cuts.
Yeah. It was actually, it was heartwarming, not to be, I don't know, sad about it. It was heartwarming, but it was also funny.
Yeah.
Like, Josh had me rolling when I first watched it.
It was heartwarming with a twist to Fight for Rome.
yeah.
Where do you play the PSAs?
I pimp everything like on my own Facebook, and I have like 3 Facebooks and then a couple pages. But I've created an anti-violence Facebook page, and we put it on there. But on the event page, it's kind of repeated over and over, and I share them. 24 of them is 24 minutes. It's basically a movie that if I can get everybody to get on the right page, and we're still working at how to share it into one thing.
Is there any way any like local media, like terrestrial media companies would play something like that?
Absolutely. And I just hired a guy recently who's going to be my media digital guy, and he's going to make these PSAs into one cool video, some of our shows, and make more commercial type,
Because that's also really good exposure for these bands as well.
100%.
Absolutely.
And then you get to actually see their personalities. You get to,
Oh, yeah. And I didn't even think about that. You mean for exposure-wise, so when someone sees them, hey, man, look, these guys actually have a heart, and they're not being dicks. And that's another thing is that I make you basically sign a contract with me, and it says that you're going to, do the right thing, at least till this show, and then I could care less. Not really, but you know what I mean? Don't put up or shut up again. Just don't play the game.
Yeah, do what's right.
Do it, man.
You're
it's
there
really
for
simple.
You're there for a cause.
Yeah,
you're
and
there
I pay
for
them
a cause.
all. How's that? I pay them all.
And keep your ego at the door, and just play the goddamn show.
Right.
Right.
And I know I said it twice already. I do pay them. I give them an amount to do whatever they want with of tickets, which is these wristband things, and they can do whatever they want with them.
I need one of those.
So that they don't feel like we've just, it's not a benefit. I'm not asking for their time. I'm paying for a half hour for $100. It's pretty good cash nowadays for a music act.
Yes.
So, not toot my own horn, but I guess I am in that.
But again,
everybody
you're in
gets
front
paid.
of 25 bands. You're in front of other, people
Absolutely.
at the things. You're doing the PSA.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? There's more to it than just the cash.
Sure.
And you're standing for a cause.
Absolutely. And we help the victim assistance of Jefferson County. We give money to them. We have some, it's a benefit, but not a benefit now, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have a friend that comes up who played football for Jamesville DeWitt, played for Syracuse, played for the Eagles, and then went on to the CFL, Rob Drummond. And he talks about some tragedy that happened in his life as he was out, winning the Grey Cup. His father was shot dead by a 16-year-old in Syracuse. That was in '98.
Oh, I remember that.
In 2000, he won the Grey Cup again. Which is the Super Bowl of
the CFL.
CFL, if you don't know. So and still figures out a way to get through the tragedy and continues to help the young man that murdered his father, which is pretty incredible. So we really bring you up and down and take it all out of you and show you that people still continue in life in tragedy.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Man.
And we just seen that hit home just recently with the what's his name? Will Smith. Just getting shot just recently.
Last year,
2 years ago.
Last year, 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. Well, it'll be 2 years in April, I think. April or May. That's when,
you know what I mean? Like
local
senseless
star went on win Super Bowl with the
Pro
Saints
Bowl
and
player,
Pro Bowl player, and just a senseless act of violence, and he was killed in the middle of New Orleans.
Jeez.
In front of his wife.
In front of his wife over
nonsense.
Traffic. Yeah, it was nonsense.
Yeah.
Man.
Completely
And
unnecessary.
Will was a sweetheart, man.
Wow.
He was just such a good soul,
And everybody has a story.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Absolutely.
It's all. I mean, I won't bring it up. These guys have had their own story, and it touched me on top of what, as a cool band, they also brought a cool story, not a cool one, a story to the event that means a lot to me, and obviously to them, and that's why I can't thank Fight for Rome enough.
We thank you for having us. Absolutely.
Scott's saying, "Go get it, JP." That's your phrase out there.
That
Go
is
get it,
man.
baby.
Hey, Scott. Scott's in a great band called Ransom. That's him and his 2 sons.
Oh, cool.
How cool is that?
Yeah, very
Dad
cool.
is the bass player, son is guitar player, son is the drummer. They put their headphones on and they sing. They're awesome. It's and that type of stuff gives me goosebumps when I see them.
We have a local band just like that called Substance.
Awesome.
It's a dad and 2 sons, and
And,
they're amazing.
They're sick.
They're
Oh
an
my
amazing
God.
band.
Falling from one, I believe.
Yeah, that's a
Falling
father and
from
son
one
in
too,
there.
but they're not. But Billy's not. The guitar player's
Yeah.
not a
Yeah,
relative, but the
kinda,
father and
sorta.
son. Yeah, those
They're
guys
good.
rock
They're
too.
They're
super
great.
nice guys.
Those are
too.
family goals right there.
I've gotten to dress like them right now, actually.
Right? You are.
They're very sharp dressers.
How are you the only one doing an anti-violence show though?
Again.
That blows me away.
Right. And here's a cool thing is somebody contacted me and said, "Hey man, we need to make this bigger, man. So, here's this." And slide a pile of money towards me and said, "Get somebody bigger."
Really?
So we're searching out for a bigger national act this time. We're already working on number 5 in August. And that's where I want this to grow, man. Maybe Utica could have one. Maybe Syracuse could have one.
I would honestly, I would send out info to I know it sounds like a stretch, it sounds like craziness, but because of the cause, I would hit up bands like Pearl Jam and U2 and some of these guys because of the message you're trying to portray. They might have an interest.
Absolutely, and I'm the
Dave
guy that
Grohl,
believes in that, but I'm also the guy that believes in small steps. But you're right, because something could happen.
Who knows?
And you know what?
They
Something
they
happen.
could donate memorabilia to the cause.
Sure,
and you can
sure.
raffle stuff
And
off
again,
to the cause or something like that.
Sure, and that is kind of turned into what it is now, as in money getting donated to certain causes, and that just happened. It wasn't really my goal. My goal was more to get people together, and personally in my life, I've used victim assistance, man. I've had my tragedy and my terrible times and what I needed help for. So I went for that. And I also, PBA, the police department, there's no reason why not to support the police too. And
Absolutely.
and it happens both ways. Without the police, we couldn't, solve what's going on and keep the peace. I mean, without preaching.
Huge supporter of police around here, especially in the local area. A lot of the cops are my friends on the UPD. So
And I've reached out to the big agents. I have, but I'm looking for, our type bands first, the Lost Horizon, the smaller, because I'm ready, but I don't have the 100 G's yet.
But it's nice. It's also nice to actually get these kids a start too.
Sure.
A lot of them maybe it's their first or second gig, and
we bring up production lights and sound, and so that you're on stage, and if it is the first time, you're going to get a picture where you're going to have a lifetime picture. You're not going to get a picture where it's a dark soul up there and you can't see him. I really go for that. I'm a producer. I like flair. There's going to be a fog machine. Sorry. You know what I mean?
Fog
And
shit
I
up.
put them in front of a nice a crowd where they're going to be in front of 400 people instead of 10 or 12 in a night. And that's what's really been cool is this thing is going to sell out, which is awesome.
Well, now I'm nervous.
Good. If you're not nervous, you're not doing it right.
let's give some love to the bands that are playing.
Okay. That's going to
Well, where's this event happening anyway?
It's in Watertown, New York at Maggie's on the River, the 3rd floor. It's a great restaurant bar. They have like 44 beers on tap, and the food is amazing. They do a thing now called Brewfest in Watertown in the summer, and they're looking to branch out. Check that out. They get a lot of the local breweries to come in, and last year we had Rusted Root, and this year we got 2 or 3 bigger national acts. I haven't announced it yet, so I can't say. But we'll be producing the show. Black Shoe will be producing the show and bringing in, our homeboys to help us out. National, and those guys are doing all, I bring those guys into the family. Actually, they brought me in, so I share the wealth up there with that. And
Giving back.
yeah, exactly. And so those guys have been real supportive to me, and they give me a room to do any type of show I want.
Great.
And that's the next step with what's going on up there. It's a 400 people room that is just sitting there, you know, in a restaurant, all ages show all the time. I could do there. So
awesome.
You know, a lot of cool bands. The Moonshine River Band, which is a country band. I don't have to explain all these bands. Just Quince, who's a rap guy, hip hop. Less Than Hate, which is metal out of Watertown.
I've seen them.
My Manic Mind, which is like a pop rock piano band. Honey, which is this chick Honey is like a ukulele in her, and she's the shyest girl in the world. And she opens her mouth, and you think, you know, Adele is standing on stage.
It's like that Ashley Dakar girl.
Yeah,
she's
amazing voice.
Yeah, and it's, you know, again, like you're saying, it's a new person to show the stage to. You know, I had to teach her how to open her mouth even at a microphone. You know what I'm saying? And she's like this, standing at like, open mic. I'm like, no, the mic's here. You know, so. Honey, check her out. Extended Play, which is an acoustic act out of Syracuse. Frank Haniak, who's in a country band. He was like my first boss when I was a kid. You know, he's got a great act going on, so I'm going to support him. Showing Signs, which is extreme metal out of Syracuse. Yeah. The singer's a butcher, an actual butcher, so I love that. You know?
Your dad was a butcher, Larry.
Did they sing songs about chopping up meat and shit?
I don't know. Understand the words.
Kill the cow.
You know, if it was that easy, I could
Stab
the
pig.
To meat.
So from extreme metal, we go to Ryan Hardy, who's an acoustic act. It says with special guest, and that's probably going to be me. I don't really perform or nothing, but once in a while I pull my ball sack up and put an acoustic guitar on, and this kid is the only guy that I really get up with.
You actually play the guitar with your ball sack?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. It's got a really low tone.
That will sell
played with a
tickets.
dildo.
Yeah, it's got a
It's
low
a
tone
slab
to it.
bass.
You should see when he plays the whammy bar.
That's the encore. That's for the encore. There's this great band called the Northmen, which are like Avenged Sevenfold type band, really cool dueling guitars.
Oh, cool.
Should get them in this area. They go well with like Wicked, you know, that type of band.
Send them to me, man.
What are they called again?
And that's the thing. I wish they would all take advantage of this opportunity, and hopefully we can, you know, open the doors here
sure.
and say, hey, get your butts down to Utica, man. I mean,
now that you
it's
know,
a short trip, brother,
Yeah.
and we know there's houses to hit. You know, there's venues here that will take a small band, you know.
We're lacking in venues around here.
Is there?
Yeah, big time actually. Big.
Time.
It's not like it
You
used
got
to be.
room right here.
Well, I'm bringing the back line soon, brother.
Got room right here.
Let's finish up with the lineup. What else you got?
Okay, Outchase, you guys, a hip hop funk rock band.
Nice.
Really, really cool band. Lake Effect Mud, which is a Watertown local band.
They've been around for a while.
Yeah. Their guitar player has a studio up there called Mudman Studios, and he's actually the engineer on the B stage for us too. So. Great guy, great ear. Hell on the Rise, which is this amazing doom stoner band out of Syracuse, man. If you like down, check these bands
What's
out.
the name again?
Hell on the Rise.
Hell on the Rise?
Yeah,
Check that out.
yeah.
I love like,
Peter
the
Brill.
stoner.
You know Peter Brill and Marcus's buddies from. You got it. Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
Great. Hell on the Rise, great band. Crazy Neighbors, they're a cover band out of Syracuse, actually out of Oswego. The List, Kickstand, which is a cool cover band out of Lowville. Ransom, like I talked about. Caleb Whiting, an R&B guy. You guys Fight for Rome, of course.
Yeah.
Chris Levantia. Super Sadie, which is out of Syracuse. John Derby, Glenn Street, Eddie Cito.
You got our boys Glen Street playing?
Yeah.
You
Glen
know they're
Street's
our
great.
homeboys, right?
I was hoping they would come in, you know. So that's.
Oh, did you tell them?
Everybody was, is aware. You know, so they all need to get their asses in here.
Dude, listen, I
spread
love
the
what
word.
those kids are doing, man. I'm like their uncle. I'm like their crazy uncle.
They
awesome.
played at your record release party at
Oh, yeah, at Gordon's Tap Room a couple years ago.
that dude's got a
Great
voice.
night.
And they were still in high school then.
great night.
God.
There's, for those guys, and they're like 19, 20, 21 now. They're
couldn't
actually
believe-
21 now, I think.
I couldn't
But they've
believe the
been-
sound that was coming out of his mouth, though.
Right, but for their age, they've
Sound
been
like the
together for
80s.
6 years now, Glen Street.
It's amazing. For
Wow.
6 years, yeah,
Wow.
since high
They're
school.
good.
I
Great
haven't
band,
seen-
man. They're killing it. They changed their sound up a little bit, so they got like this whole rock funk thing going on.
Oh,
They're
cool.
doing great things.
Cool.
I would highly, highly suggest everybody checking out Glen Street when they're at your show.
Yeah, I can't
Longwood
wait to
just
see 'em.
checked in.
You used
He
to
said
have
they sound like Avenged Sevenfold, so you mean that sounds like Metallica?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they do.
That means
they do Metallica. as a cover.
Metallica mixed with Guns N' Roses, because that's what Avenged
Avenged
Sevenfold
Sevenfold, yeah.
became.
Anybody else? Is that it?
That's
No
it.
caustic?
No caustic this time.
No?
This time. No, not this time.
Next time.
Yeah, they'll be involved.
Yeah.
Matt's Silk Scream and
No street rock?
No. No.
Right?
Silk
Okay.
Scream
What the
Inc.
hell?
is helping out making T-shirts and stuff. Matt Caustic makes T-shirts.
Right.
So he's hooking us up and helping us out with some cool T-shirts. And
Still has that
sweatshirts.
press in his basement?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I helped him freaking carry that thing down there. Right? But you know what? The dude makes dough. He's literally printing money down in that basement.
I got a lot of love for Matt.
Yeah, dude. He's a hard worker.
Yeah, he is. He is.
It's a family-oriented business. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're putting some stuff together. So
Cool. Caustic, that is.
Yeah, Caustic
good.
is.
Good. They're doing good things.
Yeah, man.
You'd like to see that energy keep going. For sure.
It'd be nice.
Killing it. Good. Big love to Matt and all those boys, too, man. From the Caustic Method. What's up, buddy?
Is he really printing money down there? So I'm unemployed, so rent's coming up.
What's that address again?
I won't say. Sorry, Matt. Matt Caustic.
You've been doing local shows for a long time. Have you seen a change in the whole music?
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it does, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not
No
just the
doubt.
music itself.
No,
because
no, the scene.
The scene.
The scene is horrible, and I think it attributes to this thing right here, and it sucks. But it's this internet that's taken everybody's passion for communication in person away.
The phone.
I love Tool for telling you to put your damn phone away at a show.
Except for anybody listening to this right now, thank you for picking up your media device.
Yeah, that's why I'm pointing.
Put that disclaimer in. Thank you, Larry.
Yeah.
We're keeping you.
Thank you. A little backpedal. there. Sorry. Everybody but this network.
Nice chime, buddy.
It's a rough cause.
It is.
It's a lot of work that nobody wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the truth, man. And it goes on both sides, from the venue to the bands. There's a lot of work to put in. I can remember watching, us hand out flyers in front of Internal Link Tattoo Place. Yeah. Why aren't you doing it now? Mm-hmm. Seriously, tell me why.
I know.
But I also I blame the radio
the
stations more than I blame the cell phones and the internet. I mean, I blame the internet to a certain degree because more people are downloading music instead of buying it. Like we were talking the other day, like you used to buy an album because the art was cool. You know, you'd be like, oh man, it's
and the liner
awesome,
notes, you get involved with an album.
Right, so you're like, all right, this is cool, and you would buy that album. Now people are just like downloading singles, or they're just doing the whole discography, and it's just like, oh, just pick and choose what they're gonna listen to or whatever. But I blame more of these radio stations that throw down your throat that this crap music that they insist that is good, and it's disposable crap, and everyone thinks that's what they want. That's when these people are playing original music that actually have some skill and have some talent. People are already accustomed to listen to this watered down bullshit.
Yeah, the garbage.
I
agree.
I'll tell you what. I bought Nonpoint back when I was like 16. I bought their first album on a whim. Like, no internet, didn't know what they sounded like. My buddy from Florida that I used to talk to like on AOL, because we all had those weird AOL friendships. I just bought it on a whim. I listened to it, and I was like, this is great. And you don't get that anymore because, like you said, it's all singles and just pay 99 cents to listen to some garbage. So I refuse to do that. I listen to my friends. They give me like ideas for what to listen to. I listen to a lot of Irish music now. Weird.
Is that why you're dressed like that?
I'm dressed like this because I'm sexy.
One of the cool things I do see, though, is like you can get, I mean, if I were a 16-year-old kid and I could pull up a Slayer video and a Danzig video and videos that like of bands that I never get access to. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I used to have to like listen from like 4 to 6 on college radio, Metal Mind Grind, just to listen to some metal that I don't normally hear on your average radio station.
Right.
And nowadays it's at your fingertips. You can watch whatever you want. So in that aspect, I think it's really cool that you have worlds of music.
That part of having a little computer in your hands isn't a bad thing. It's about being closed to yourself and just looking and only being able to communicate through text and stuff like that and never even answer. If your phone rings, aren't you angry? Doesn't it piss you off when your
No.
phone rings? I mean, seriously, it's almost like
sometimes it
Nobody calls me.
Why
so,
are you calling me? We have this technology. You know, it's almost that Gary V type thing. We have this technology. Don't call me, man. You're pissing me off. I'm too busy to answer that phone. You know, which in the end, I'm a salesman. I've been a salesman. My family's a salesman type thing. The communication is definitely lost.
lacking.
You know,
Yeah, it is.
What's wrong with saying thank you?
I've been on a date and the girl's on the phone and I text her, I'm like, hey, what's
Oi.
up?
You know what, man? I'm the first guy that's the worst with this freaking phone, but it does make. Right now, I'm building businesses,
Well, it
3
helps
things
with
at a
your
time.
business, of course.
That's it, you know. And I'm the first. That's the worst.
It helps. It's a great promotional tool. It really is. I always say that Facebook has made the bands lazy, though, and that's the reason why they're not standing out in front of Eternal Images, handing out flyers like we used to,
Sure.
or out in front of a club, or out in front of a show,
Or
some
going to a
big
show.
concert,
Or
or even going to a
going to the
show,
show.
right? Because people are looking at their phone, and be like, "Oh, I could just watch it on Periscope."
Sure.
Or
I
I
can
don't have
watch
to be there.
Joey's
What the hell
there
is
putting it on
Periscope?
live.
Yeah, or yeah. Can you go live for me? Or everybody's sitting there with their
Signs
phone
are
in the
getting
air, videotape.
I want to save that moment too, but I have 3 kids, 22, 18, and 7. Turned 16, and it's like I can't go through life looking at this phone and not staring at what they're doing. You know what I mean? I'm all about just being in the moment.
I do find that one thing that is lacking. People aren't in the moment. They're always trying to capture the moment instead of like being a part of the moment. And I think more people need to just put their phones down and just be a part of the moment. That's why I told Z, like, when we do events, I'm like, dude, you can't count on me to take pictures.
Right.
Because I'm not that guy. I'll take a couple here and there, and I'll put my phone away, and I'll miss a lot of shit. Go, oh, we should take a picture of that. But that ain't
That's
me.
why you
'cause I'm-
hire photographers.
I'm just the opposite. I'm like, I grab the camera and I have my phone and I'm just trying to. I do try to live the moment, but I also know that I need to document it for my business or for whatever, And he's right. I need to hire somebody, but I'm that guy that's like,
I know a
fuck
few.
that. I'm doing that shit myself. And I trade out that stuff or whatever. And then again, someone comes along, they don't do it right.
Longwood just checked in. He said everything on the radio is cookie cutter. He said Non-Point is one of the best bands live. Florida Boys.
Absolutely.
Non-Point's very, very good live.
I love those
Like,
boys.
I didn't really like their last couple albums. Like, I like their first stuff. I'm that guy.
They're like a bullet with a name on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before that,
And what a day, what a day.
yeah, What a Day,
Yeah.
Statement, and all that stuff. Like their first 3
Great
albums.
live band. They're sick. We saw them at DFB that one year.
Yep.
They're super
worked
nice
together.
too.
Yeah. JP, what are you listening to these days?
I like this band, Highly Suspect, man.
Yeah.
I know
They're a
that
little different, but they're interesting.
Yeah, and that's if you look into their catalog and check out their old stuff and some of the stuff that's just not mainstream, you really like them. They're a 3-piece band. The singer plays guitar like Keith Richards. He's just amazing for the cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He looks like he's out of his mind. And then the drummer and bass player are twin brothers, and it's just this amazing, crazy live band. They're great. But
Have they been around?
Yeah, I saw them at Sharky's last year,
Oh, no
which
shit.
was like awesome. Again,
You've
just
had to hear
great.
Oh no, I know exactly what they are.
Great. That's what I'm into. Nothing else special, I can't stand radio.
What do you think of that Greta Van Fleet? Isn't that their name?
I think they're a great Zeppelin cover band, man.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Zeppelin fan. I worked for a classic rock station, and that's all they would freaking play, the same
Yep.
Zeppelin songs over and over and over again. But I actually kind of dig them. They kind of remind me like of an album Zeppelin should have put out.
Should have made. You know what, dude? I heard that, and it's almost like they took that.
Not to be
record.
blasphemous in that sense.
No, they took like Zeppelin 2 record and put it next to these guys. Even the big bottom drums, if you listen to it, it's like the exact tones.
Yeah.
They must have, Pro Tools nowadays, they could just steal that tone
Right.
that came off the record. I'm not saying they're not talented.
They're kids.
They're kids.
They're gonna hone their own sound.
Yeah.
They are. They
Yeah.
just got out of high school. Like,
Yeah.
wait till they're gonna be
I
monsters.
tried to grab them when nobody knew who they were.
It
Right?
is just good to hear, though. 'cause
for
it's
like
just
$50,
straightforward.
and now they're like 50,000.
Yeah,
already.
right.
You know,
They're coming out of high school playing all the major festivals. And,
right.
Yeah,
Right.
crazy.
I like
man.
that.
Good for them.
Definitely.
And
definitely.
it's good to hear.
like it's rock.
music. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you know,
Larry
what?
and
And
Josh,
that's
we should
exactly
just quit
it.
right now.
No, never quit. Never quit.
Like even some country stuff. I don't, I'm not really a country guy, but this guy Chris Stapleton, if you ever hear even one or two of his songs, you're like, that's Bob Seger. That's rock and roll. That's not country.
Yeah,
man.
you're right, bro.
See, because I'm a huge Seeger fan.
I'm telling you what. Listen to Chris Stapleton. You do one song. I can't even know. I don't even know what the song is.
And he was up for a couple Grammys this year.
He wrote songs for all these people for years. He was like behind the scenes writing songs, and he comes out and he's got this amazing, rock and roll feel, and that's what country's kind of turned into, without Aerosmith being around. I guess that's the only thing that you can do.
Country is like, I don't know, some of these young country bands like Luke Bryant and stuff. They're like pop singers. It's like pop music.
music.
I always call it country with twang. Like, people are like, do you listen to country music? I go, if it's on Big Frog 104, I do not listen to it. Like the Dead South, like bluegrass, Americana stuff,
right?
Old Crow Medicine Show.
Yeah,
that's the type. I'll listen to that. But Luke Bryant, Toby Keith,
old school country too. Waylon Jennings,
Patsy Cline,
yeah, Willie, Johnny Cash, Willie, all those guys.
All those guys.
Those are the greats.
That's okay.
Yeah, when it told a story.
But when you put an auto-tune on a country twang
exactly.
voice, no.
How about
get out of here?
I don't mean to call out names, but Nelly in with a country band. Well, I don't even know if Georgia Florida Line is a band, but them and Nelly.
Please stop. Can I make that's my PSA for the day? Please stop, Georgia Florida Line. Stop.
Please,
Just stop. You made money. Just stop.
I'm not hating.
Retire. I'm
not hating. But
you got your money.
I
Get
saw
out.
that. Like I turned on woke up one day and just turned on Good Morning America or something, and there they were playing in the rain, and I was like, "What the? This is garbage."
Bon Jovi's country now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Aaron Lewis. Longwood just checked in. Aaron Lewis is more
even
country.
He's gone country. And
He's
Hootie.
bringing back that old school country sound.
And Hootie. Can't forget about Hootie.
Yeah,
right.
Darius Rucker.
Oy.
He's gone country. Well, that's where the money is, though.
I forgot about him in the 90s.
Ask a lot of my music buddies locally, man. They're making more money playing in country bands than they are doing anything else.
Like I said, Cracker took that
is the
turn.
truth.
The band Cracker took a turn.
First cassette tape I
Really?
ever bought with my own money as a kid was Hootie and the Blowfish.
You admit that. That's balls. You admit that.
Yeah.
Andy said cassette tape. Old
Yeah,
he may be
bastard.
coming.
tape. And those assholes were Dolphins fans.
JP, what was your first cassette tape?
Oh, jeez. Oy. Boy, you got me on that one. It would have to be something
Dust it
like
off.
Ozzy or something. Yeah, it was. It was actually probably something that Jerry Shadd made on his boombox. That was like, him screaming somebody else. It wasn't. It was probably something very odd. And then it turned into like Striper. Oh,
Chicken, you know yours?
Yep.
Yeah.
Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil.
Ah,
I
that's
had to
cool.
play on a little tape recorder.
Mine was Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Are you guys? Did you guys even own cassettes?
I think
I
I
own
don't even know what the
cassettes.
hell.
They're my
I don't
age. I'm
wanna
not the
talk
old
about
guy.
my first one.
I think the first one by proxy was a Dokken one, actually.
Dokken?
My father was a big Dokken fan.
Under
so.
lock and key.
Your
I
dad
was a
played the
big Dokken fan.
baddest music ever. Like the most badass shit.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, just crank. I remember
The
sitting with
loudest
Big
shit.
Larry, and he was just cranking Metallica at like 2 a.m. And I was just chilling, sleeping over at the house.
Some Megadeth at 2
Yeah.
a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Josh,
Josh, a great man
what was yours?
Oh, my first cassette
that you bought.
I
Did it-
bought. Probably that I bought was probably Green Day Dookie.
Oh, yeah?
There you
It
go.
was the first CD I ever bought.
Jeremy Stacy checked and he said License to Ill.
Yeah, that was probably my number 2 cassette that I bought.
That was
I
really
can tell you
close
the
up
first
there.
hip hop album I ever bought. I bought 2 hip hop albums in the same day because I had some money, and I was like,
Milli Vanilli's not hip hop.
nope. Wu-Tang Forever and Life After Death by Notorious
I'm the
B.I.G.
old guy here because I was buying Run DMC, and I was the guy breakdancing. I mean, I had the cardboard, I had the parachute pants, I had the suede Pumas, breakdancing. I was the white kid breaking dancing with everybody.
Did you have a Kango?
I did not. I didn't go that
No,
far
you
because
didn't
I
go-
still rocked the long hair. That's why they let me in.
Oh.
In the
picture
ghetto,
JP
they
doing
didn't
the
let
hammer
anybody
dance.
else in, unless you were cutting long earrings and wearing long hair.
If you didn't have the Kango, you didn't you didn't commit fully. I'm sorry.
Did you have the moves though?
I did.
Can you
I
do the
was
windmill?
smooth. I could, but
Yeah.
right now I'd break a hip.
Seriously.
Worm,
Because that was the thing. If you could do
worm.
the windmill, you were awesome.
That's
You were
that's why they
great.
liked me.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was
even
shit.
country club, nowhere city. you know, these are places I would be in breakdance battles. You know, even back then I didn't want to fight. I just wanted to hang out, and do the worm with my homeboys.
The worm.
You know,
It's the biggest show of anti-violence ever, right there. I mean, like, you got a problem? Yeah, I got a problem. Dance it.
dance off.
There we go. You might be onto something here, Larry.
We've had a fashion show, so this would be the next step.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Dance
a good
off.
idea. That's not a bad idea. A little dance off. Dance off, pants off.
Yeah.
You can get a break dancing.
That'll be nuts.
That'd be great.
There's a local breakdancing team around here in Utica.
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
played at the.
They were at the summer. They were doing their thing.
I was at Street Light Breakers.
Streetlight Breakers.
Street Light Breakers.
Ah.
That was our white boys' name. and then I joined one called Puma Nation.
Yeah.
And it was literally the only way you could get in is if you went out and bought Pumas. These suede Pumas and wide laces. Oh, I'm dating myself.
Yeah.
Those things don't even exist anymore.
No. in the
Pumas
back-
don't
back of my
exist?
closet.
I will say this. I have a Puma Redskins hat from like 1999 or something.
Probably
Like,
suede brim on it or something.
Puma doesn't exist anymore?
well, I'm
Hey,
sure they
sure.
do. I'm sure they do.
Well,
but
we have
I mean, you
these
don't see 'em
stupid
in
phones that
presence.
we stare at, so we could obviously Google it.
I mean,
right
when's
now.
the last time you walked into a store and was like, oh, look, Puma?
Right.
I can't remember.
Adidas is the big thing.
Well,
right?
is it back in the day when you used to wear your British Knights?
BKs.
Right. BK.
I had BKs.
Speaking of the Adidas Puma connection, Korn used to be like sponsored by Adidas or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they switched to Puma, and now it's come full circle.
Do they have a song called Puma now?
Yeah.
No.
Mich-
I don't know what that acronym would be. So, I mean, all
look
day
at-
I dream about soda. I mean, sex. That was a
yeah.
good song.
They'd have to change it up. Michelle Bex is checking in, and
Michelle-
she's Bex. Is that your girl?
That's my girlfriend.
Hi,
That's
Michelle.
my love of my life.
She found a box of cassettes when you guys moved. Rat, Striper, and Bullet Boys, amongst others.
See, that's crazy,
Do you,
right?
do you still have your original?
I do.
Do you?
I have, yeah, man. I have like this. We made this thing in shop class that we would put all our cassettes in. You know, it looked like this big box with all these slats in it. We put all our cassettes in and slide it under your bed. I still have that thing full of, I mean, dude, Fast Way.
Fast Way. I love
know,
that Trick or Treat soundtrack.
Sword. Before anybody knew what the Sword was, it's a different Sword.
Remember the Trick or Treat
Heathen.
soundtrack with Fast
Absolutely.
Way?
Absolutely.
Love that
Absolutely.
cassette. That was my
Heathen.
favorite.
Stuff people never.
Halloween?
Halloween, absolutely. Hello from the Gutter. Overkill. I mean, I had
Flotsam
all that
and
stuff.
Jetsam.
Of course, Flotsam and Jetsam. Are you kidding me, man? Oh yeah. So, quick shout out to Michelle. Thanks, Michelle, for everything you do for me. It's awesome to have someone that supports me and backs me up in this crazy business.
It's super important to have somebody back you, especially if you're in a relationship, and helps you along with doing these shows and stuff like that
Dude,
too,
she
man.
is so into it. It's and she's such a sweet lady. It calms me down. It's that bread to my butter type thing. She really soothes my soul, which I didn't think I had for the longest time. And makes it easy to go home. I used to suck going home for lots of years as just being a lonely person. And I'm getting mushy here. She's great. Michelle, I love you. Thank you.
That's important. I got
She
that
gets
too,
a bell.
brother.
Yeah, I got it.
I got that too, brother. So I know where you're coming from.
Yeah,
on
it's
that.
a great feeling, man, and it helps this show go along.
Yeah. Awesome. Good.
Thank you for your support. I really have to go. I have a
One more time, let's plug it.
okay. February 10th, Maggie's on the River in Watertown, New York. Please come out. It's a big cause. It's an important cause. Stop being a dick. And I can't thank you enough for letting me come in and babble on and really just hijack this. for
Brother,
an
if you could
hour.
do me a favor, and everybody out there watching and listening, please just share this video.
Oh, please.
Share it, get it out there. It helps. It helps the cause. It helps your cause. Helps our cause. We're all in this
Absolutely.
together, and we all in it for the love of music.
Absolutely. One thing I want to give you this little gift here.
Yes, awesome. And plug your palette company too. He does palette art as well.
We
Hang
have
on.
this company called the Pallet Head
sick.
Company that Michelle and I started, and it was literally junk that I had laying around, and we're both artist type people and just threw things together. This is one that I just kind of threw together for you guys. It reminded me of Ant, so I figured, Z here, so I figured I better give it to him.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, he went all government on you.
Yeah, he did. Well, that's how long I've known him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just called him out, man. Sorry, dude.
Everybody's aware of my name, Chicken.
Yeah.
Who's Ant?
So here it is from Michelle and I, and the pallet heads to you guys.
Thank you so
man.
much, Michelle, and thank you too, JP. That's so cool. We're going to put that right up on that wall.
Awesome.
I love art.
Awesome.
I love it. It looks
you.
great, man. Thank you, man. Good luck with everything. Let's take a break, actually, real quick. We're going to take a break, and then we'll come right back. And you guys are hanging, right?
Yeah, we're hanging.
You guys ain't going anywhere.
here,
I can never get rid of you guys.
I said I'm
We're here
unemployed.
until you turn off the lights.
What do I got to do?
Even maybe after that.
What do I got to do? Huh?
Thank you.
It's EC Radio. You hang.
Thank you for calling the EC Radio Attitude Adjustment Line. Press 1 if you need a good slap in the mouth. Press 2 if you need a stern verbal lashing. Press 3 if you need a timeout. Press 4 to respond to the voices in your head. Press 5 if you need to talk to your mom. And if this is an actual emergency, please hang up and call someone who gives a shit.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale, or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection, to making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage, making sure they're getting the best price on their house. Just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725. In the Mohawk Valley, for the best real estate service, you gotta have faith. Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-735-2222 or www.centralnyhomes.com.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale, or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection, to making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage, making sure they're getting the best price on their house. You know, just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725. In the Mohawk Valley, for the best real estate service, you gotta have faith. Caldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-735-2222 or www.centralnyhomes.com.
YOLO, infidels, that's right. It's Hacker Hameen.
This is Al Schneer from the band Mo.
Hey, this is Corey Glover from Living Color.
And you're listening to EC Radio.
And you're listening to EC Radio.
Live on EC Radio with the Z-Man. So take the pizza out of your fat moron mouth. Sit back and listen before I give you a $5 face slap. You'll never forget, infidels. YOLO.
EC Radio might not be suitable if you suffer from the following symptoms: daddy issues, irritable bowel syndrome, hypothermia, enlarged prostate, victim of a lost testicle, resting bitch face, slut shaming, a millennial suffering from social disorders, 80-year-old woman with osteoporosis, condescending listening face, arachnophobia, elephantitis, involuntary Tourette's, cocaine cold sore, sperm retention, Bell's palsy, high level of douchiness, unbalanced equilibrium, tinnitus, earwax buildup, and acidic vaginal discharge. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, baby. We're back.
EC Radio. Disruption Networks. EC Radio. Disruption Networks.
Got to give some love to my sister out there, Adeline Van Dyke and the Property Sisters of Mohawk Valley. In conjunction with Coldwell Banker Faith, they're doing a seller seminar this Saturday. It's 11 to 1 at the Utica's Elks Lodge, 1315 Champlain Ave in Utica. Everything you need to know about selling a house without any pressure. Let Addie and the girls take care of you at the seller seminar this weekend at the Elks Lodge. Try out the new 360 camera that they got going on, and there's going to be a whole Ask the Experts. A panel of guests that are going to be there ready to assist you in selling your home.
Our boy Tommy Drama's going to be there.
Drama's going to be there. There's going to be home repairs there. Josh from Priceless Inspection is going to be there. A lot of other realtors in the area are going to be there as well. So that's happening this weekend. You can RSVP on the Facebook event to reserve your spot. It is the Seller Seminar this Saturday. Go support our girl and the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley. It's from 11 to 1 at the Elks Lodge this Saturday. Support, support, support. That's what we do around here, and we got a lot of love for
We're like a bra.
And we got a lot of love.
Giving a lot of support.
We got a lot of love for Addie,
Did
too.
you just say that we're like a bra?
Yes. What size bra would you be?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a D cup.
You're a D cup?
D, baby.
A.
You're an A?
Not that much support, really.
You're about, you got about a C cup going.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with the training, bro.
Me too.
Wear a sports one.
I got a
push
B.
them up.
I got a B cup going, I think right now. Anyways, it's Z and Chicken. We're hanging. It's the Hump Day Hoedown. If anybody's not doing anything tonight, I'm bartending over at Griffin's down on Genesee Street, so pop over and say what's up. I got the Fight from Rome boys in the house with us. We got Stu, Josh, Larry in the house with us.
Curly and Mo.
Larry, Curly, and Mo. You guys are doing the anti-violence thing, though. That's going to be a good thing, and I'm glad you guys are getting involved with that.
No, we're stoked. I mean, it's a fantastic cause, and we're definitely putting in some heavy labor to ensure that we're ready for this. It's going to be our first show in basically a year. So
wow, you guys been practicing then?
Oh yeah. We're working on album number 2 right now. So I mean that's really where our main focus has been. But we had a chance to hop on this and couldn't pass it up. It's a fantastic cause.
Yeah,
Maggie's on the river. Can't wait.
And I told when me, Garrett, and Sean were on for the Royal Rumble show thing.
Yeah, I can't get rid of these guys.
Yeah.
Larry, if you came every day, I'd be happy with that. But
well, I mean, they do.
I'm kidding, Stu. You know I got a lot of love
I'm
for you,
stuck
brother.
to you like glue. But I told Sean for our song, one of our new songs, Sheep, that he needs to jump on, do like a remix version of it, like just throw a guest verse on there. And I haven't told those guys yet, I don't think.
We discussed it last night on Xbox.
Oh, that's right. Well, you know, Xbox conversations are kind of, you know,
it's like Vegas.
Yeah, you just forget them. Because we had a lot of laughs last night.
Some bad shit happens on Xbox.
You come back from herpes with Xbox conversations?
Yes.
Is that close to Vegas?
Chicken.
Yeah.
First, if you heard some of the conversations that we have, you would probably kill yourself.
Or look at us in a very different light.
I remember that from your last appearance. When you guys were talking about, like, you guys would probably have us all committed if you read our text messages to each other.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
We're terrible.
No doubt.
We're terrible.
Well, it's good. I'm glad you guys are back. You're going to play more shows after this?
Oh, absolutely.
Sure, it'll spark some interest to keep playing, right?
Well, it's just like I said, we're really focusing on the album aspect of things right now, trying to get that down. But obviously, we're going to have to throw together some funds to record that album. So we're going to be out there. We're going to be gigging after this point. We just want to focus on this, the anti-violence show at this point in time, and then we're gonna move from there.
Cool.
Thanks, Belichick.
It was a really great game. I feel like
I tear the sleeves off because it looks awesome.
The defense was out there. They were putting in 110%.
We're just looking
I think
forward
the quarterback was out there putting in 100%.
We're just looking forward to this next game, this next week, and that's as far as we're going to go. It's just the next game.
Yeah, we're just looking forward to next week. We had a win today, but it's always about next week.
Danny did great. Julian did great. Gronk did great. Everybody did great.
I want to say, though, it's great that you guys are back on the scene, though. I'm glad you guys are back on the scene.
Yeah, we're stoked.
Yeah. We need to get this music scene a little more popping. And I mean, listen, the music scene's okay, but I'm talking about the independent scene. The independent guys that are writing your own stuff, like you guys and us, and then whoever else is out there doing it. I mean, there's a ton of bands we can name off. We could do a whole podcast on local bands if we wanted to.
I think we have.
But I think every other
day. Do like 12 more.
Right. And we're going to continue to do more local podcasts. But anyways, I feel like the support isn't there, and there's no venues, too. That's the whole problem.
It's very hard around here to keep a venue going.
Yeah, you guys were talking about when JP was here about how there's not a lot of places to play in Utica. There's even less in Rome.
Yeah.
And God bless the Rome Polish Home.
Mad props to
big props to Phil Price for getting his leg beyond through the door there. Like, he's the reason why a lot of that's happening, I think, as well for the local music scene.
I mean, the Snubbing Post is cool too.
Yeah, it's kind of legendary.
Yeah,
but it's a little bit of a hike.
Right, it is. It is.
But
they're
very particular. Like we were gonna play a free show there, and she wanted us to come down and open mic to basically audition
when we had a CD out.
Yeah, we were like, she was confusing us with another band. Like, there was an issue there, so we've decided that we're not gonna go down there and rock out.
But Michelle is great. Like, whenever I go in there, and I've been there in a while, but I'd walk in, she'd be like, "Oh, Stu, how are you?" and like show mad love. So,
but like, you gotta remember, these bars gotta also you got to make sure that the music coincides with the clientele that's going to the bar too. You know, what
Totally.
I mean?
And she was thinking that we were playing death metal. Like
Yeah.
she had us confused
Yeah,
with
another band
Fall
with
of Rome. I think it was Fall of Rome.
Yeah, Fall of Rome.
Yeah, she had us confused with them, and she's like, "We had them here before. It was a bad showing, blah blah." Or we had you guys here, and like, no, we've never
But
played
me
here.
and Scott played there with Random Chance with
Yes.
9 Ball actually.
Yep.
And we fucking tore the goddamn house down. Like, it was packed. Like, probably mostly for 9 Ball because Joe Sweet, yes, we love you, and Dallas, we love you.
Well, not Dallas, but
No, but you definitely have to cater to your patrons. Absolutely.
Screw you, Scott.
It was seriously, it was wall to wall. Like, you couldn't move in there. Like, there were so many fans, friends, family, the 3 Fs, and so I don't see why we had to go down on a open mic to perform.
Gotcha. But there needs to be more venues in Rome.
Oh,
There used to
God,
Rome used to be
absolutely.
hot. Chicken can attest to that. I mean, you guys all grew up
Bobby
in Rome too.
McGee's.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby McGee's, Coleman's, then it turned
Vecchio's, TA's,
Yeah.
Traces. Obviously, Traces was huge.
You
for,
guys
for
played
the
at
local
Traces.
music.
the
scene.
front. What was it? The Fireside Lounge when that was going in the hotel there back in the day. And
Yep,
there
the
was-
mill when they didn't have shitty neighbors.
Yeah, that too. Traces was great though. That
Traces was great,
That was
yeah.
a revelation because they would literally have shows like sometimes 2-3 times a night. They had open mics.
Yep.
They did some karaoke.
There was live music every single night there, basically.
There used to be a place right across from the Denny's too in Rome. They used to have a lot of bands. Like,
Are you talking about Stockyards?
is that what?
Stockyard?
Del Vecchio's had places.
I can't remember. I remember
Back
seeing
in the
9 Ball there a
day.
bunch of times.
You guys played at Del Vecchio's before. Not Del Vecchio's. I'm sorry. Was it Sammy's that you guys played at with Street Rock?
No, that was
No, it was right
TA's.
next
Yeah,
door.
we
It
played
was, no,
TA's.
it was
TA
it was right
Romans.
next door. It started with a B at the time. They've changed the name since.
Well,
But
TA
we
Romans.
played. No. We played right next door
you guys
to
did play-
Sammy G's.
You guys did play at TA's together.
Right next door. It used to be Ozzy's Bar right there on Dominic Street. But it was started with a B.
I was there.
Yeah.
That's how you know we're all getting
No,
old.
that show was with God Shifter.
Oh,
wasn't
it was with God Shifter.
Thank
Yep.
you, Josh.
Yep. He's right. He's right. My bad.
Shout out to
down on
Corey.
Dominic.
Yeah,
right?
we definitely did play at TA's together.
Yes, we definitely played a couple times, right?
Yeah.
I remember playing there a few times. Jared Stacy checking in. He said Midnight Mike's. Was that a bar?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that
Was
was
it?
back
Yep.
in the day.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Midnight
Now, where
Mikey.
was that?
That's
in
down
Rome.
on South James Street.
No, was it Midnight Mike, the guitar player, that owned the place?
Don't know.
Isn't that
Maybe.
Mike-
That's a good question.
Isn't that
I don't
Grimaldi's
Some of these
dad?
places.
Huh?
Isn't that Grimaldi's dad?
Yeah, Mike Grimaldi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that the
Went
bar?
to school with his son.
Yeah, okay.
We hated each other.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're friends.
See, funny how that happens too.
Yeah. Well,
I can't begin to tell you
People
how
grow
many
up.
friends I've had. Like we've started off on the wrong foot, either getting in an all-out fight, and now we're like great friends. And I have a lot of those.
And that's usually how it works too. You guys throw
fine.
down, you get your differences aside, and then there's no more beef.
Yeah.
You're like, all right.
I'm just going to throw him under the bus. You remember when Lou Westcott threw Josh Slaycheck into a thorn bush?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a dick move.
Or the fight at Pennyfield between Larry Shumlesky and
Oh boy.
Josh Slaycheck.
What are these high school beefs you're talking about?
yeah.
right now?
Yeah, junior high.
Save that for your own
high.
podcast,
That's
pal.
Junior high beef. That was a junior high beef.
The junior high beef.
The uppercut
I
heard
was
around
sitting-
the world.
I
The
was
running
sitting,
uppercut hurt around the world. Yeah.
I was sitting in
Yeah.
detention and so wanted to run out there and just cheer Larry on.
So this anti-violence thing.
Yeah, exactly.
We've all learned our lesson
Yes,
by now. If you
exactly,
can't
exactly.
tell,
I
you
was
know?
very young
That's
at the
why I
time. I
just-
was naive. I didn't
good
understand
segue.
the way things work.
That's why I said we're all friends now.
Yeah, and now I'm a very anti-violent kind of person.
And
I
you're
will
not
try
going to be a dick.
No, I will. No, I'm gonna be a dick,
Oh,
just in
he's
a
gonna
funny,
be a
nice
dick.
way.
Oh,
Like I'm not gonna change who I am. I mean, come on.
He's
now.
a gentle dick.
yes.
If you're gonna be a dick, beat it.
There you go.
I'm sorry we got us off subject.
It always happens.
No, but yeah, definitely violence is bad. We were all kids. No, we were all kids. We were all there. We all made stupid decisions,
Absolutely.
and we did stupid things and argued and fought over stupid shit. I mean,
Well, it's good
just
you
what
can
it
play
was.
events like this that's coming up next week.
Yeah.
try to teach the youngins our.
And come together in
The
music
Zen.
too, and that's the whole thing. That's the beauty of it. Music brings everybody together.
Absolutely.
It does. And I wish a lot of our political figures would actually start listening to more music and smoking some weed.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe they would come together and compromise a little bit more, right?
Throw Willie,
Totally.
throw
Instead
Willie
of being-
Nelson in a room and
right. Put Willie Nelson and Snoop in a room full of politicians and see what happens.
bam.
Did you watch
Progress.
the State of the Union?
Well, I watched it up until they're making coal great again, so that's when I shut it off.
I don't have cable, so
There's
I
a war on coal right now, so in case you didn't know that.
The fact that
Solar energy is just a fad.
Yeah, there's
wind energy. What do we need?
And there's no climate change.
Renewable
That's not
resources.
It has
shit.
nothing to do with Rex Tillerman from ExxonMobil being the head of energy.
Nah.
Yeah, my issue with climate change is, listen, if we're wrong, at least we could say we tried and we acted when it was necessary. But if we're right and we don't act, then
all these millions of scientists are wrong.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
99.
Al Gore made it up, guys.
I'm
Al
all
Gore
about
made
the
it
global
up.
warming aspect of
Mistakes
things.
do
I believe
happen.
global warming, in many retrospects, also, well, I mean, you see it in many places. It kind of creates just a climate interface to where anything's possible. I mean, look, Florida got snow.
Right.
Like, that shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. That's climate change. It may not just necessarily be global warming. Climate change is a real thing.
We had 50-degree weather in January.
Just the other day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then 2 days
A
later,
couple times.
And
It
now,
wasn't just once.
now it's snowing outside, and my balls freeze when I try to smoke a cigarette out there.
We said we weren't going to get into politics, but you brought on a
I
band
know.
called Fight for
I
Rome.
know.
God damn it. Yeah, half our songs are about politics.
Well, I gotta tell you though, this whole climate, people that don't believe in climate change, what is wrong with you? How could you not see it? It's
Those
right
are the same
like you
people
said,
that are
Florida
flat
has
earthers.
snow. The ice caps are melting at an alarming rate right now. It's like, pay attention, wake
Because
up, people.
Every time it's cold in January, like, oh, where's this global warming? It's fucking freezing out.
yeah, when-
It's fucking January. It's part of what happens. It's the
supposed
season.
to be.
When it only happens for 2 weeks at a time and not 3 months at a time,
Yeah, it's kind of
yeah.
bad. Did you see the
all
video of the super skinny polar bear just
Mm.
trying to survive?
I think everybody's seen that sad video.
I hate watching those.
Oh, it's
I
sad.
really
I
do.
know.
But
Sarah
it's
McLachlan playing in the background.
Right? It should have been.
Cue it.
No, that's for dogs that are dying. Apparently, I hate those videos. I
do
really
too.
do. Me and my parents called them animal porn.
I yelled at Masucci one time on Facebook because he was posting videos and his reasoning was good. He was trying to bring awareness or whatever. But it was like these dogs beating up dogs and half dead dogs, and I'm like, bro, I'm waking up in the morning and taking my morning dump, and I'm going through and I'm seeing emaciated dogs here, bro. Like,
You see the ones with the.
I'm
where
not
they're,
ready to cry on the toilet right now. Stop
You
this.
see the ones where their pads.
Next
are
push,
cut
I'll be
off?
ready.
yeah, they're like,
Pads, gross.
they look like they're beaten up. They're like half dead, and you're like, I don't want to see this first thing in the morning, man. Like, I get your cause, I appreciate it, but like what happens is you become desensitized and you just scroll past it, or you block that person, or you delete them, or whatever, and then like your message isn't even being brought to the way you want it to be.
When I wake up in the morning, I watch comedy because I want to be in a good mood. I don't want to see dogs with broken legs or birds. With
The
their
first thing you
heads
wake up in the
off.
morning, that's what you see. I'm like, holy
I mean,
crap.
I don't necessarily want to see that any time of the day, but in the morning, yeah.
And then everyone
God
feels
damn.
they got to share it.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah,
go and
yeah.
they share it, and you're like, oh
it's
my
awareness
God.
at that point. Yeah.
I mean, I get it. But I don't want to see beating up kids. I don't want to see beating up dogs. I'm aware. I appreciate that you're trying to spread the awareness. But I don't want to fucking see that.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see a beat up kid. I don't want to see a dead body. They showing these people, oh, you shouldn't text and drive, and they showing a half.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Oh.
You're
Oh,
done.
I think you unplugged.
I was just
You are cut off.
Government
I,
cut me off. Well, you see, like, a person laying on the street, half a body, because they were texting and driving, they got an accident.
Yeah.
I get it. You're going for the shock value, but I don't want to see that shit.
Let me have my coffee first.
Yeah, and if
I don't want to talk to the person on a, like.
Yeah. If everybody
smoking
had that
ones.
same mentality, it'd be a better world, though. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to see that. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be a part of it. And if everybody had that mentality, it would just be a better world.
Woodstock, peace, love, and
Well,
happiness.
no, like honestly,
That's the
it
last time I
takes
used
more
to see
energy to hate somebody than it
decapitated
does to
shit on
love
the
somebody.
Exactly. We're
99.
taught to hate.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
taught to hate.
yeah,
You're born to love.
Exactly. You're born. You can put as many in a room together. They're gonna get along. They're gonna play. They're gonna fight. They're gonna do things that children do, but they're not gonna hate each other just for no reason.
Until you tell them to. Until you show
exactly.
them to.
It's the nature over nurture aspect of things, and unfortunately, hate is nurtured in this country, and in really many countries. But we're taught to hate. And if you didn't teach people to hate,
This show should be taught in a college class.
Oh, yeah.
We're very philosophical.
Well, no, seriously, though. I mean, that's the whole message of today's show is, like, stop the violence, stop the hate, stop being a dick. And that's why you guys are playing that show next week. That's why JP was in here.
Yes.
You know, it's important, man. Stop the bullying, too.
And that's where I think if you want to blame these cell phones, you want to blame social media, that's where you blame social media. Because now everyone feels like they have to. It's their duty to spread their freaking opinion. In everybody's opinion, they feel like you have to abide by their opinion.
Yep.
Have you seen these kids that like commit suicide because they get bullied through text messages nowadays?
Yeah, internet bullying is
insane.
a real thing, and it's crazy. But that also does kind of show where the millennials are at this point. Like, listen,
we all got bullied too back in the day.
That's what I'm saying. But if somebody was talking shit to me via text message, internet, anything of that nature, I'm not gonna run and kill myself. I mean, that's
craziness. They beat them up in school. They harass them in school. Then they harass them on the phone.
Yeah, they can't escape it now.
I was gonna say that exactly.
Like when you went home,
exactly.
and you were done.
Back when we were kids, obviously it was.
I got off the school bus. I walked home, getting harassed, and then I went into my house and
played your video games, and you're fine.
Yeah,
I went outside and played wall ball.
Now these kids are getting chased to them, and then they're getting things spread out on the internet, things that might not be true, and then people are picking on them, making pictures of themselves, making fun of these kids, you know what I mean? Like, and spread it around and hurting their reputation everywhere they go. Now they're a clown.
And
you know what I mean?
It's damaging.
Absolutely, it is.
Destroys your persona.
And that's where it falls on the parent.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Those parents of those kids doing these bullying need to take action.
Mm-hmm.
They need to do something.
Yeah.
Because then that's what happens is these kids get bullied a lot, and then they're like, well, screw it. Screw them. I'm going to go on a murdering spree. I'll show them.
I'm killing 35 people in my class later today.
I'm going to go to Augusta movie theater during a Batman movie and just
start
snipe people.
Man, how horrible. You can't even go to a movie.
No. Everybody has a break. Yeah, it's either shootings or bed bugs. I mean, don't go to the movies. God damn it.
Although a lot of those
still a thing?
A lot of those shootings, I don't know. I question. I go along the lines with
that's why I carry a knife.
Conspiracy on some
at
of
all
those.
Times.
I feel like sometimes those were
some false flags.
No, not necessarily false flags. I think they were instructed by government officials to create chaos and to bring up
to distract you from what's really going on,
Absolutely.
and so they could pass bills without us knowing about it.
Because all of a sudden, right after Sandy Hook, boom, SAFE Act gets pushed.
Chicken, in honor of the State of the Union, I'm gonna.
Thank you very much.
Clap everything Chicken says from here on out. We stand up and we clap in honor of the State of the Union. All right.
It is 420.
Oh.
And break
nice
time.
Chicken. All right. 420. It is 420. That's a good reason to clap.
And don't let any of my future employers ever see this. I'm joking. I'm clean.
Not cool if I start
prove
smoking
it.
weed. I'm sorry.
Anything else to say?
We're terrible.
You lost me.
Yes! We lost him.
Wait.
You
done?
have a last clap right
You
now?
guys have watched State of the Unions before in the past.
Yes.
Obviously, we all have, right?
Yeah.
As kids, I'm forced to, or just watching it because you wanted to, or whatever. You
Or it
passed
took
through.
over the TV station that I was currently watching.
Right,
so
or
I
it's
had to
on
watch it.
every
That's a real
channel
dick move.
too. It's on every channel. But anyways, I feel like every State of the Union, they all stand up and clap. But last night, it was like every 3 seconds they were just standing up and down, up and down. It was like it was almost
They had
like
tasers hitting the seat.
they were better. They're doing squats all night.
chance.
It's the most exercise half those politicians had in years, just going up and down like they were.
They were told
People
they were
walking
fired
out-
if they didn't stand
Yeah,
up.
people were walking out with their Fitbit like, I just
fired.
burned 1,900 calories. This is
Going
this
up
is
and down.
amazing.
The last 3 hours have been great.
Mandy Washburn checked and she said she agrees she don't want her morning coffee flavored with her own tears.
Mandy.
Mandy, yeah,
My
that's
little
a-
sister.
That's our guitarist wife.
I
Scott Washburn.
signed her wedding license for her and Scott.
Oh, are you an ordained minister? Aren't you?
No.
No?
You can't actually be an ordained minister in New York. Like, if we're on a boat out in, like, an ocean, I could marry somebody. But I can't do it in the state of New York because stupid legal stuff.
But you've married people before, right? Haven't you?
No, I haven't
Oh,
married.
man, I'm thinking of somebody else.
No, I signed his wedding certificate basically saying that you guys
Witness.
are married.
Here's
Ah,
a
you're the
witness on the
Can I get a
certificate.
witness?
Me and
Can I get a witness?
Me and Donna.
Hallelujah.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. We got my buddy Mike Marone's going to be popping in a little bit, too. He's a photographer. He's going to be taking some pictures. He wants some pictures of what
Oh man, I
happens
didn't
here.
do my hair.
So, well, at least
Neither did I.
you look the same. You guys all look the same a little bit. So he'll be in a little bit. There's always a revolving door here on EC Radio. You never know who's going to pop in.
Is he related to Doug Marone?
No, I don't
That
know, but that's a
traitor.
good question.
He's a
That's a good
traitor.
question.
He's a double traitor.
Is Doug Marone a local guy? Is he like a regional guy?
He was
Syracuse.
Well,
head
he-
coach of Syracuse
Right,
and
Buffalo.
head coach of the Buffalo.
Right, but is he a local? Is he a regional guy?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't know. I just call him a double traitor because he beat my Bills.
JP's checking. And he says, "Stop hating because people don't agree with you." That's true.
Yep.
Have
And
a
that's
convers-
actually what's dividing this country up too right now.
Oh,
God
you
forbid
see
we
that
can't
every
have a
day.
different
Yeah.
opinion. You know, if you have a different opinion, so what? You know,
talk.
That's part of being a human being is having a different opinion.
There's
It's the
like
beauty
two,
of it.
two
you
words
know?
that are
If we were-
missing: negotiation and compromise.
and compromise. You know, that's the beauty of being a human is we all have different opinions. If we were all the same, it would suck.
Yeah.
Like think
Yeah.
about it. If you guys were all like me, I would hate it. I would freaking
I
absolutely.
hate it too.
I would hate you guys.
Like
if you're all like me.
if you're a dude that says, you know, all this section of people, like all, I don't know, people from Africa need to die, I'm going to have a problem with that. But if we can compromise, if it's not that extreme, like I remember growing up, politicians would compromise.
Yeah.
Like Republicans, Democrats, reach across the aisle and figure shit out.
Yep.
Doesn't happen anymore.
No, because they're so afraid that if they compromise, they look weak and they go against their party.
Exactly.
Everything is
I
about
won't
the
get
party.
reelected for my 56th term.
They don't want to. Well, they don't want to piss
That's
off.
a problem too.
Yeah.
They don't want to piss off their corporate sponsors.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's what it is. It's you got corporate sponsored politicians.
Yeah, when you're
So
bought and paid for, you got to do what you're
they don't
told.
care about their
Yeah, yeah.
constituents. Their constituents are these corporations. It's the pharmaceuticals. It's the oil industry. it's
Tobacco.
tobacco.
And
all
I'm
the
a
lobbyists.
smoker.
You know,
all the lobbyists.
That's one of the reasons why marijuana is still illegal, because the alcohol industry is against it.
It's a
tobacco
class
industry.
one.
And the paper industry too, because for
Right.
the whole hemp.
Yeah, the issue is
and the pharmaceutical companies.
The
And the
issue with
pharmaceutical
marijuana
just
is they
as bad as
classify
heroin.
it. They
It's
classify
compared
it with
to heroin.
Exactly.
And that's
Like, come on.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh, I just got to go on a little rant here.
All right, here we go. This right now,
The floor
this
is
rant
yours.
is brought to you by Saranac Brewery. Saranac.com. Check
No,
them out.
you got to wait till after I'm done.
All right. Maybe we should just stand up the whole time you're doing
Today
this.
on WKTV posted a story about somebody trying to smuggle in synthetic marijuana into the prison. Stop freaking calling it synthetic marijuana. It has no properties like marijuana, absolutely none. The only thing it is, I mean, it shit is what, bright green or red or whatever the color it is.
And you smoke it.
Marijuana comes from the earth. It is from the ground. It is safe. This shit is not safe.
No.
Marijuana does not make you hallucinate. This stuff makes you hallucinate. It makes you lose your mind, gets you sick. Has none of the properties, none of the effects, nothing to do with marijuana except for the fact that you smoke it.
Yep.
You know, crack, you smoke crack. You smoke cigarettes. They don't compare that to marijuana.
Nope.
Stop calling this stuff synthetic marijuana. You don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Do your research. It has nothing to do with it. Stop calling it that. There, now you can clap. Thank you very much.
This chicken rant was brought to you by Priceless Inspection.
All right, now everybody do the wave.
No, you're right, man. And the other term that kills me, too, in the media is medical marijuana. I say this all the time.
I have less of a problem with that because it gets the foot in the door.
Yeah.
Didn't we have this conversation last time?
I talk about this a lot, man. The term medical marijuana drives me crazy because all weed, all marijuana is medical. No matter, it could be fucking Mexican dirt weed, or it could be sour diesel, it could be Kush, it could be freaking apple pie sour diesel, whatever the fuck it's crossed with. It's all medical. It all has cures for different ailments.
Yeah, just
all of it.
I have a less of a problem with that because you're saying medical. Like you're putting a foot in the door. You're giving it a cause. You know what I mean? There's a reason for this. It's a medical marijuana. But to call this other shit is making people sick and like
synthetic, right?
Synthetic has none of the properties.
Not
of
weed at all.
Right.
It's chemicals.
They call it spike or spice or something of that nature. My missus used to work out at
just called chronic.
Upstate out in Syracuse in the ICU unit, and they would get several admits per night coming in because they smoked too much of the spike or spice or whatever they want to call it, and they were admitted to the hospital because
and how many of those were
it was putting people in comas, it was stopping people's hearts. Like, this shit is bad.
It's potpourri.
Is what it is. You can smoke as much weed as you want. It's not going to stop your heart. It's not going to make, like you said,
you'll fall asleep before anything.
You're going to eat yourself into a coma before you do anything.
And how much I would love to see that versus how many people come in from marijuana overdoses.
It's not going to happen.
Right.
I mean, it's just it's
some
not.
extreme paranoia from an edible, maybe.
Yeah, that
maybe. Right. And that probably once or twice a year.
Yeah, that's probably like a newbie you snuck it to.
And I think that we're still stuck in the 50s when it comes to that aspect of things too. You know what I mean? You got that
reefer madness,
the reefer madness scare. Exactly.
I feel like
madness.
Did you ever watch that?
No.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've watched it.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's stupid.
Yep.
I feel like these news reporters should try what they're reporting about so they know what the fuck they're talking about. You know? Here, why don't you try it so you know what you're talking about? And let us know what the effects that it had on you, and then you can report about it.
And smoke this doobie tonight, and then tomorrow night smoke that synthetic marijuana, and tell me if there's a difference. Oh, there is, then they're nothing alike.
And when I'm looking at, like, when you call it synthetic marijuana and stuff like that, you got these, like, people who don't know, people who haven't really ever smoked, whatever, and they hear, oh, my synthetic marijuana, they get scared. It's demonized. It's like, oh, it's gonna make you do this shit, and it gives marijuana that negative outlook.
Yeah.
You know, but when you say medical marijuana, those same people are a little bit at ease because they're starting to come around to it now, where it's more socially acceptable to use it in a medical form. So I have less problem with that because it takes away that stigma. You know what I mean? It takes away that, like, negative stigma with marijuana when you call it medical marijuana, as opposed to this other shit, the synthetic stuff.
You're right. Yeah, take the word marijuana right out of that sentence.
I agree with that, but I just think that they should just call it what it is. It's marijuana. It's safer than the shit we're drinking right now.
Yeah. Safer than cigarettes, safer than
all that
most
shit.
anything, because
So
it's natural, it's grown, and
but
I'm an
once
advocate
again,
for it.
Lobbyists.
And
that's really what it is.
Yeah. DuPont and stuff like that, like, they don't want that coming out because you could use it as a biofuel. You can use it for textile aspects of things. I mean, there's so many uses for not even it's not marijuana at that point. It becomes industrial hemp. But I mean, there's so many
oils
uses
and
that can
gasoline.
replace things that it's going to cripple certain industries, and they don't want that.
Bless, like, Colorado and all these other states that are just straight up legalizing it and looking at their economies go, boom.
Yeah.
But
Right
with the
to
marijuana
sky.
plant, the whole plant has a use.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
whole plant.
everything.
Yeah.
And not just you don't even throw the seeds and stems away anymore. You can use it. Obviously, you
can
plant
make
the seeds.
paper pulp,
right.
create CBD oils and stuff like that. Which actually, there's growers out there now
My dog
that are
loves stems.
concentrating specifically on the CBD aspect. They're cutting it down to minimal THC. Which is obviously a thing that does get you stoned.
Right.
But the minimal THC and maximum CBD. And it's helping with seizures and all different types of elements. It's an amazing, amazing plant. I'm not going to call it a drug because that's not what it is. It's an herbal. It's an herbal substance, and it's grown naturally, and it should be viewed as
like
exactly
cocaine's
that.
a drug,
right?
Marijuana,
Yeah, but even
heroin's
that,
a
I mean,
drug.
you have to run it through a process to get it there. But even cocaine is grown. I mean,
right. But oxycodone, that's a drug.
Yes.
Hydrocodone,
Right.
those are
Yes.
drugs. These are
And we
drugs,
handle-
the pharmaceuticals, and we hand those out like it's fucking candy in this country.
Had a
Oh,
very
you got a
big-
headache? Here's some oxys.
Yeah, here.
Had a very big problem with
is there
those.
Xanax in this or?
That's a Oxypez. Oxypez.
The Oxypez, right? And then you got songs on the radio, Molly Percocet. Like, come on, man,
dude.
Like, and then you consider that music.
When I went to Bonnaroo in 2010 with Phil and Heather and Billy, there was a lady walking around with a backpack that had a flag on it with the flag saying "Looking for Molly."
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, you're at a festival. That's a little bit different.
No.
No, that's a festival mentality. When
Yeah,
you're at a
that's
festival,
right.
it's once again we go back to Vegas. What happens at the festival stays.
But
at the
Molly's more of
festival.
like a party drug, right along with acid and shrooms and stuff like that. So I'll give that a pass. It's when they're sitting there doing like I've seen people snorting Ritalin. You know what I mean? Like people popping oxys, people doing like you said hydros. And these guys, they're like crack addicts with this shit.
Yeah.
If you said they were walking down the Genesee Street with a sign that said "I'm looking for Molly," then I'd be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, that's
yeah,
so weird."
well,
But you're at Bonnaroo. It's gonna.
No,
it's
you're
gonna
not
happen.
looking for Molly. You're looking for cops, and you found them.
Hopefully, the understaffed UPT could catch them.
Hilarious.
Janelle popped it in. She said, "Remember, love more and breathe less hate." Saying from a dear friend who lived until her passing.
That's great. Those are great words to live by.
Definitely.
Yes, and thank you for chiming in, Janelle. Yes. In honor of the State of the Union, we're going to clap after everything everybody says.
Yep.
I do declare.
We got the clap.
We all have the clap.
I think Fight for Rome is a kick-ass band. Yeah.
Is it vain that I stood up and clapped?
No.
I'm not sure.
I think these chairs
I
are
felt like it
rather
was
comfy.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna make me have to piss.
That's the way we're burning calories, folks. Burning calories like this. Think about all the calories that were burned from all those politicians in Washington last night.
This is clap yoga.
Yeah, clap yoga.
You thought that number I made up earlier. It's not. My Fitbit says 1,900 calories. from doing
1,900
it.
calories. Just now you did, huh? They were doing calisthenics all night in Washington, so it's good. At least they got their exercise. You know, if anything got accomplished, but at least they got an exercise. Anyhow, Fight for Rome in the house with us. Let's talk about the anti-violence show again next weekend. That's happening. I think what
Yes.
JP's doing is awesome.
Definitely.
It's an amazing event that he's putting on. I mean, 24 bands, 12 hours. Like, that's huge. That's huge. You got 2 stages. The place, the venue, Maggie's on the River, is amazing. We had a chance to go out there for a meeting, and we got to indulge on taco night.
Oh, so good tacos.
Their tacos are
Wednesday
super on
night is
point.
taco night. They're $2. They're incredible.
The chicken tacos were phenomenal. Really, all of them.
You're
were
gonna make me
phenomenal.
hungry.
But their beer selection super on point. Very nice place. Everybody's very pleasant, and I'm super stoked to go out there and eat some Reaper wings on the 10th.
Carolina Reaper wings?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they have a Reaper sauce out there.
Wow.
Super.
Do you have to sign a
super
waiver?
Stoked. I hope so, because I want it that hot.
Larry
I mean,
drinks like straight lava.
I was.
Yeah, he takes it down.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm a hot food connoisseur.
How old
when
are
it
you now?
comes to that stuff. 34.
Okay.
Have you eaten a full Reaper?
No, God, no. I'm not stupid.
Remember the
I
words.
mean,
Remember the word omeprazole. Omeprazole.
omeprazole.
Yes, because you will be on it later in life.
The
Okay.
best thing that
Is that what I take after the lining of my stomach has been eaten
Pretty
away by
much.
every
Yes.
hot food that I've eaten?
The
I've
best-
been going for a while though. I got kind of an iron gut.
Yeah, he does.
I did,
But
too.
the best thing I've ever seen Larry eat was when my mom was still gardening. She can't garden anymore. Cancer, blah, blah, blah. Can't get down. She grew these little peppers. And I brought
those
Larry a little pepper. He barely nibbled it, and I've never heard these words from Larry's mouth in my life. I need some bread.
That's
Straight
fucking
up.
hot. I need some bread. Like,
And
she,
I
she
watched
grew
this dude
some
drink
I
hot
mean,
sauce.
I mean, granted, I think I was only like 18 or 19 at the time.
No,
somewhere
we were
around
in the
there.
mid-20s, buddy.
Do you
Yeah.
think so? No.
What's the hottest thing you think you've eaten?
I've watched him drink the hottest hot sauce.
I don't know. I mean, like, I have like stuff in my fridge right now that's like 780,000 on the Scoville scale. So I mean, it's up there. It's up there.
There's an actual scale.
Yeah, the Scoville scale. What the
Oh,
Scoville scale is basically you take 1 drop of the extract or whatever it is, the hot pepper juice, the extract, and you put it into water, and you can measure it by how many drops of water versus the single drop that you put in from the extract, and that'll give you your Scoville scale, and it can be detected through so many drops of water. So 780,000, for instance, they put 1 drop versus 780,000 drops of water, and you can still detect the heat.
Wow.
Insane.
So
We just lost a lot of listeners.
No, actually, we didn't.
Yeah, so
That's how it's done.
Yeah,
I
the
think he needs
Scoville,
a
the
science
Scoville scale,
podcast.
the Scoville scale is pretty crazy. But no, I'm looking forward. I'm hoping that Reaper sauce is over $1 million because I haven't been there yet. I haven't been there yet, and I mean, your Carolina Reapers are normally about $2 million on the Scoville scale, somewhere to 2 to 2.1 million. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
That's
super
it.
excited.
Does it make you cry and sweat all at the same time?
Yeah,
right?
cry, and
Nose
like
run.
tears of joy for me.
Then when he
and
takes
sweat.
a shit, it'll feel like a fucking volcano.
Well, yeah, no, I've been challenging like wing places for the longest time, like as hot as you can get it. Like I will sign a waiver, just send me as hot as you got. And it like you open it and you're like, wow, that smells hot, but it's that vinegar scent, and it's just it's not there. Like
in your opinion, who has the best wings then?
The hottest wings.
The hottest, yeah.
The hottest wings, honestly, is between Palisades right now, Palisades in Rome, and the Mill. Dave's sauce is...
Dave. Big shout out to Dave and Christina Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. No, his sauce is on point. There was a guy that worked there in the kitchen, and he said that he'd been in the military. He's like, I've been through tear gas training. And when Dave is cooking that sauce in the kitchen, I can't be in there because it hurts worse.
Yeah.
So I give a big shout out to that. It's very good. But as far as what I've tasted, the hottest is homemade.
You made it? Meaning you made it? Or?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
No,
I've
I'll
also
throw-
made you some really good wings too.
Yes, he's done some good wings. He's done some dried pepper.
Your boys are probably trying to hurt you.
Oh yeah, and I welcome.
They challenge
it.
him.
No, I welcome it.
Yeah, but sometimes
Absolutely.
like when the hotter you get, you lose in flavor.
And that's the tricky part, actually. That's the super tricky part because I mean, you're gonna scorch your taste buds like that. That shit is California like wildfire. Like that shit is.
And then
it's happening.
There's a difference in the sauces too, because like you can go thin sauce, which will even though it'll burn, it'll kind of wash away quick. But then when you get that thick shit that like sticks to your tongue, and no matter how much you drink,
that's
that's
what you
texture
need.
there.
It's
like,
that
oh my
texture
God.
variant that you need.
Well, that's a like
Absolutely.
ground
I just love how
pepper
our
and stuff.
topics are just switching.
You know.
Dude, welcome to the show. You just getting here?
Great.
I know this was an intro to the show again. And,
This is way better than
went
what I
into the
used
hot
to do.
sauce.
No,
Garrett wants to tell Josh that he's a sexy bastard.
Oh.
Yeah, you are, Josh.
Janelle's want to know what the
Sexy
lady in
Voytko.
Herkimer was running around nude, what she was on.
What she was on?
Did she have
Bath
socks
salts?
on?
Probably bath salts.
Did she have socks on?
I was just saying she was in Herkimer.
If she's in Herkimer, who knows?
Could be anything.
In honor of
Although my brothers and my nieces and my sister-in-law live in Herkimer, no offense, Herkimer.
Nah, we love Herkimer. We got a lot.
We do. We love Herkimer, but you're like Mexico. Like you can be
Weird
on
shit
one
happens.
side of the street on Mexico, and it's like casinos. People are in tuxedos, and it's fancy. And then you look across the other side, and people are peeing into like a straw.
It's the only place I know where you can go
Maestro.
see city hillbillies.
I mean, it's the same thing with Rome. And I live in Rome.
City
I
hillbillies.
live in Rome, but same thing.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Rome is too.
You go to North Rome, hoity-toity rich motherfuckers. You go to South James, y'all poor.
You know,
That's why they call
But
it
have
the wrong
nice
side of the
subsidized housing. I mean,
Well,
that
yeah,
is-
you just gotta wait for 5 years.
No,
to get on it.
Rome's a good city in that aspect too.
hey, it's better than Binghamton. I'll tell you that. It really is.
Binghamton.
Man.
What a shit.
I got a lot of love
Anybody
for
remember
Herkimer and Rome and all the other surrounding areas that we like to make fun of, but nothing is worse than Binghamton.
You want to know why I make fun of places?
Johnstown?
Because everybody makes fun of Rome. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, Rome's really not that bad. So, you know what? Especially people, pray to God, sorry guys, like people in Syracuse, they just down on Utica and
they
Rome
do.
constantly. And I'm like,
Have you looked around?
I sat
lately?
in a meeting at work, right? I worked out in Syracuse, and the manager turns to the girl and he goes, "Yeah, those people in Utica, they're a little different. Good food, but strange people." I'm like, dude, I'm right here. I mean, I agree, but yeah.
I will
Strange people. They were kind to me for some reason. I don't understand.
I will say this. When I worked in Syracuse, when Nixon, you remember Nixon from
the president, he's not a crook.
No, not that one.
He was a disc jockey on K-Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was basically the head of K-Rock for a little bit. And I drove out to our annual meeting in a snowstorm, like where it literally snowed like a foot of snow from Rome, from Lee Center, to be honest. And I got out there and he just looked at me wide-eyed and went, "The fuck did you drive out here for?" I'm like, "We had a meeting." He goes, "Dude, stay home. It's fucking disastrous outside." So, I don't know.
We're used to it.
Yeah.
It's what we do.
At that point, I've been here for 28 years. I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Janelle said
It looked like Star Wars Warp Blast when I was driving out
South
there.
Carolina got hit with like 4 inches of snow and was in a state of emergency for like a week.
Yeah,
like
right.
that shit is crazy.
But that makes sense though, 'cause they don't have the plots.
Yeah, exactly. No, they don't have the
Infrastructure
exactly.
either.
Yep.
Or the sewer systems. They have gullies and washways.
Yep,
And stuff.
and
They don't have sewers like we do.
the roadways that they have are made. They're paved from different materials and things like
Right.
that. So
There's
it's
more
understandable.
oil base actually, which makes it more slick.
Yep. So it's understandable, but at the same time, 4 inches of fucking snow. Come
Right.
on.
Janelle said
why
no
don't
socks.
you start preparing for
What's
the
that?
worst?
She said she wasn't
And
wearing any
that's-
socks.
That's an issue
No
with the
socks?
infrastructure aspect in itself.
She
Like,
was naked.
Why would you do that? Just because you're down south?
Right. They
So-
can't handle it.
Yeah.
They can't. And you know, I have a friend of mine that lives down in South Carolina, and he had a gig out in San Francisco, and he had to fly out, but they had a snowstorm, and it was right when they shut down like all the Carolinas and stuff.
Yep.
And he's like, "Fuck this! I'm from Utica. I can handle this," you know. And he drove his ass to the airport and got on that plane and took off. But
That's awesome.
you know, a lot of those people can't handle that. 'Cause
Yeah.
They don't know
No.
what it's like to drive in the snow. Us, if they're 4 inches, like that's
4 inches. That's nothing.
Are you kidding me?
When you start talking feet, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Only in upstate New York when it's like 40 degrees outside and you're like, God damn, it's nice and warm out
I
there.
want shorts on.
I
it.
walked outside in shorts the other day.
Right.
I took my dogs out in shorts last night. Like that's a real situation. That happened.
It's like the same blizzard of 92 or 93?
93.
93.
Yeah.
This ain't blizzard 93 shit.
But last year's blizzard was worse than the blizzard 93, wasn't it?
Blizzard
Yes.
93, I was trapped in my car for 4 hours.
But once
What
again,
the
climate
shit?
change
Because of the
does not
storm?
exist.
Yeah.
No.
Well, my car broke down, and I was inside waiting for the tow truck guy, and I
Yeah,
was
and
covered
by
in
that
snow.
point, it was touching the telephone wires. So
Yep.
you're like, God damn it.
The worst thing I ever experienced, and I'm going to say this, was actually recently. It was like 2 years ago in February when we had the coldest February on record.
When no day got
Negative
over
20.
Yeah.
Niagara Falls froze over.
Yeah.
I couldn't open the
that
doors
shit's
to my
crazy
car.
because moving water doesn't freeze.
Right,
Like,
that geyser froze.
That was terrible. Waking up at like 6:30 to go to work every day.
Yeah.
And having to like kick your door just to get it to open.
That was
Frozen pipes
brutal.
like every other day. Yeah.
Oh, it was brutal.
Got to leave your water
That
on
was
a trickle,
brutal.
otherwise you're screwed.
Not one day got over 0.
No,
Not
that polar-
one day.
that
The
polar-
whole month of February.
Yeah, that polar vortex was. That shit was brutal.
He gets all scientifical with us.
Yeah.
He's just making up words. We're like,
No, he's right.
No,
Paul-
it's a
That's
polar
what happened.
vortex.
He's right.
And then on Valentine's that day, we all went to fucking see Deadpool in theaters, and then we went to Hibachi's and had some gorgeous Japanese stir fry shit. Yeah, that was
Because
good.
you can handle the cold.
Yeah.
You know, so you
Yes.
guys were like, screw it, I'm going out anyways. I,
I
don't care how
mean,
cold
we're
it is.
here, aren't we? Look at outside.
I ain't
It's
no
not that
spring
bad.
chicken.
Today's not that
Today's
bad.
not bad.
it's
That's-
warm.
that's-
It's like 22.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually
exactly.
when I came in here, the heat was on. It was warm as hell. I shut the heat off.
Well, I turned the heat up last night for
way up.
when the girls
It
were
was
on.
so hot.
I think I'm gonna go to
Yep,
Lake Delta
'cause-
or
'cause the
Sylvan Beach
women.
after this.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's like
No,
40
I won't
degrees
go to
outside. We're
Sunny
like,
Beach.
it's beautiful outside.
Yeah, no doubt.
It might be gray and gloomy, and we haven't seen sun in about 3 months, but, it's still nice out.
I was appalled the
Not
other
bad.
day when we got to band practice, and I was like, man, it is nice out. It is like 46 degrees, and Dwayne's like, it's still pretty cold. And I'm like, bro, seriously?
46.
Yeah, where's my boy
it's
Dwayne?
46 right now.
Where is my boy Dwayne?
He had a
He had a thing he had to do.
yeah, like a work thing that he had to take care of today, so he wasn't able to come out. It was at 2:30. Otherwise, I'm sure he would be
Same
sitting
thing
here
with
on a mic
Scott.
right now.
Scott was working.
Scott, Garrett as well.
Garrett's checking in here. and
Yeah,
there.
Garrett wanted to call me a sexy beast from a distance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Garrett's actually just kind of a vagina, to be honest.
Well, now you just told him, so he heard you call him.
Oh, I'll tell him to his face.
Hey,
Yep.
I have no
Next
problem.
message on the site is "fuck you, Stu" from Garrett.
That's why I said it.
But yeah, Dwayne's crazy. I love that dude. He's shot.
He sits here for like an hour and then says 2 words.
Yeah, and somehow still is a bigger asshole than anybody sitting here. He just has
is
that
true.
ability.
He's got that ability, totally.
I think
I
all
love,
you guys
I
have
love
that
that
ability.
feature of him, though.
Scott's wife is tuning in, though. She's here in place of him. So thank you,
Oh,
Mandy, for checking
excellent.
in. That's very cool that you chimed in. And
What
if
up,
I could get
man
everybody,
dog?
I need everybody to do me a favor, too. If you're watching this, please share this. Please
Yeah,
share this
share,
video.
share.
Just click the share button really quick. Like it. Go like EC Radio on Facebook.
Sharon's Karen.
Like us. I'd like Disruption Network on Facebook, too. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff.
We're funny. Share us.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Sometimes we're real
David Bauer
serious and
checking in.
moody.
What up? How you doing, buddy?
Oh,
David
David.
Bowers?
What
Yeah.
up, David Bowers?
Thanks for all taking all those
That was
pictures,
one of our
Dave.
first interviews. Was
Yep.
Dave Bowers? He got a hold of us. Yeah.
Oh,
we're
wait.
much more fluent at this point, you know.
Which David Bowers? There's a couple of them. This
Oh,
is
is
the,
it?
This is the photographer. You're talking about the radio host.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
oh,
talking
okay.
about radio
From
host.
Arizona.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great friend of mine. Love that guy, by the way.
The David Bowers Award
The
Show.
David
yeah,
Bowers
yeah.
Award
Yeah,
Show. So
yeah.
you've been on his show before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like our first
was
year. Somehow he heard of
I
us.
wasn't even in the band yet.
No.
Well, I'll give you a little background on him. He's originally from the area.
Yes.
And he was like one of the original, well, not the I can't say one of the originals, but he was a radio show host back in WTLB back in the day.
Jesus.
Like he actually hosted an event when the Odd first opened. He's got some great stories.
Yeah.
Great man, and he keeps in touch with all what's going on in the area. So he brings a lot of local
Yeah,
bands on his shows.
he played some of our like very first like basement recordings on his show. It's probably like be embarrassing to listen to now. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we were.
he's a great dude.
Yeah, he is.
We would digress if we listened to that now.
It's super cool though that you guys been on a show, and I love that he supports the local area still. He lives in
oh, yeah.
Arizona and doing his thing out there, but he still manages to chime in upstate New
Yeah,
York.
yeah.
So that's really cool. In fact, we're talking about doing some things together really soon. David's great, man.
That's
Great man. I'm
awesome.
glad you brought him up. But David Bauer here is our resident photographer.
Oh, okay.
He comes in and takes the pictures. In fact, we just had our anniversary party, and David was there all over the place taking pictures and did a tremendous job.
Yeah, he's-
we got to get your picture out. Is that out there yet? Did you see it?
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm sure he's working on it. He's busy.
Tell
him about this picture.
So we decided, Silver, who's one of the co-hosts on the D-Line with me in my football podcast, him and Caleb wanted to do a picture of the three of us at the party. So I decided, hey, let's do one in the bathroom. And let's take a picture of Silver on the shitter and the two of us next to him, right? So you're like, yeah, let's go. I mean, we're quite a few beers in at this point. And so we go piling into the men's room, and there's people actually in the bathroom. Luckily, the whole party was our friends. You know, so like there were people we knew that were in the bathroom, so everybody was cool.
Instead
with
of
it.
walking in, people being like, fucking
Like, who the hell are these
weirdos.
dickheads?
Who's this random guy taking a shit?
There are friends who are like, what the hell are you doing? They're like, wait, what are you guys up to? So like, all right, we're part of this. So we go in there, we take a picture. Silva drops trowel, underwear and all. I'm like, dude, you really sold in on this. So he sits there on the shitter, and we're all sitting there with our beers, and we have there's like 15 people in the bathroom now watching this, and we got the photographer in there, Dave, taking pictures of us around sober with beers in our hand. He's on the shitter, so we're gonna use that as our promo picture.
That's awesome.
But the best was
Classy.
The best is when we're all walking out into the party, and there's like 10, 15 guys walking out of the men's room laughing hysterically with the photographer. Everyone's like, what did they just do?
Is that picture going to foreshadow your content being shit?
Probably, yes.
Good shit.
It's gives you a hint of what you can expect on the D-line.
Larry, you're a drummer. Come on, rim shot.
Did it?
Actually, let's talk about the D-line really quick because you're not going to be on tomorrow.
No, we are moving to Saturday. We're going to have a little
darn.
Super Bowl party going on.
You got guests coming on?
Yes, we do. We got Greg Williams, who is a Patriots fan, and we have Silver's buddy Cody, who is also a Eagles fan.
Oh, wow.
So we have a
you
couple
let 'em
guys.
slug it out?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Huh.
We might cook up some food and
do it up.
Do a little pre-Super Bowl party.
Now,
here.
what time are you doing that?
1 to 3. 1 to 3 on
1
Saturday.
to 3 on Saturday, so make sure you tune into that.
It's gonna be a fun time.
I'll pop in. I'll try to pop in.
I think Drama might pop in too.
Yeah?
Yep.
I'll try to pop in. I'll be in Port Chester the night before, but we'll see what times we get back. But it'd be cool. You gonna have a little party though?
Yeah, we're gonna do a little Super Bowl,
Nice.
pre-Super Bowl party.
We got enough beer for you? I think we got enough beer for you.
Yeah, I'm sure Sil will bring some more.
I want to thank Addie's cousin who brought us a bottle of Tullamore Dew.
Oh yeah.
She brought us a big old bottle of Tullamore Dew at the anniversary party on Saturday.
some?
Yeah, go have some. Help yourself. It's right there. Go help yourself,
This
brother.
is awesome.
Yeah, this
Oh
we
my
take
good
care of our
God.
guests, man. This is what we do around here. Help yourself.
We get him drunk and make him say shit.
Mikasa Sukasa Holmes.
Drunker you get, the more ridiculous you get.
Yeah, exactly.
And with Fight for Rome, that could get ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah. She could get crazy. We could be taking another
Right in front of the
picture
cooler.
pretty soon.
Right in front of the coolers. You went too far.
She gave us this big bottle of Tullamore Dew at the anniversary party, and we drank half of it at the anniversary party, on top of all the Fireball and Jameson that I drank, too.
There's some cups right up there.
And so there's cups right in the other room, man. And so I want to give her love and respect for giving us this bottle of Tullamore Dew.
And if you're a real man, you'll use the tip cup up there.
David saying he hasn't been the same since the party. That's kind of funny because neither have I.
We ruined you.
I'll tell you, on Sunday, I was hurting. I haven't drank like that in a while.
I was still drunk on Sunday. I did not
Me
come
too.
home till like 6 o'clock at night on
Oh,
Sunday.
Good for you.
Well, it wasn't that good, but
Did you get him wet?
no. But
No,
Lance
you
cooked me breakfast at like 2 in the afternoon.
Janelle says she's going to be watching your show on Saturday, Chicken. She's a big Eagles fan.
Cool,
So,
awesome. You might be disappointed, but it'll be fun.
As a
No,
Redskins
you guys do a
fan-
great job.
Nah,
man.
we do.
You guys do good.
I got to surround myself with smart people.
As a Redskins fan, I would talk shit right now about the Eagles, but
You
I
hate
don't-
the Patriots
I don't
more.
really have the place to do that, and
Yep.
I hate the Patriots.
And
more,
now you
so-
guys got Alex Smith.
Yeah, no shit, right? How
Big
weird.
news happened.
4-year contract, like that's obviously Kirk Cousins is gone.
Oh,
I think he's going to
absolutely.
Denver. He's probably going to Denver. That's
We were
that's
just
my
talking
guess.
about this.
I was still just getting in the whole Blake Griffin trade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, Blake Griffin.
Yeah,
the-
Blake
the
Griffin. We
Detroit.
forgot to talk about that.
And like
actually.
and they moved Avery Johnson, which Avery Johnson was a Doc Rivers guy anyways. He drafted him, and but I'm like, man, you're talking Blake Griffin versus Avery or Avery Bradley.
Where'd Blake go?
Blake went to Detroit.
He went to Detroit.
Really?
Yeah.
I pay more attention to football.
He's
than-
been hurt a lot, though, I feel like, in his career.
Yeah,
He's hurt
he might
often.
need a new change of scenery. Might be good for him.
Yeah, usually it does.
But then, just as I was soaking in that, they released the Alex Smith trade and sent the cornerback Kendall Fuller over to the Chiefs.
Yep.
And I think some draft picks. I didn't see what the draft.
Third
to move
round.
Kendall Fuller, to move Kendall Fuller is an awful move. I mean, their defense struggles as it is, and he's one of the shining stars on the defense.
When you already have a quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's stupid. That's just, and they traded a third round pick on top of it. Like, you can't make.
That's why I
stupid
think
moves.
me and Larry are kind of kindred spirits because I'm a Bills fan and he's a Redskins fan, and they're
We've both struggled.
Their offices just do stupid shit.
I'm a Bears fan, bro.
Oh, motherfuck.
I'm
So
right there
you're
with
right
you.
there.
At least you've been to a fucking Super Bowl in the last 10 years.
And I'm a fan of the D-line, which you could talk about football on that podcast on Saturday, so you can have at it. Jay Stevens is saying, get him drunk, and then Chicken takes advantage of you. Yeah. Is
Of
that
you.
what happens?
Jay,
no, not of me.
Of you. Not of me.
Jay, you want to go get a drink? You want to go get a drink?
I will deny your advances, Chicken.
Next time we come here, we're doing roofie roulette. You put 6 cups on the table, and only one of them has a roofie.
Oh, nice.
5 people remember what happened.
I'm bringing a boofer.
A poofer.
A boofer.
Next time you guys come here, we'll have the gear in here. Maybe you guys could play a couple songs.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
sick.
Yeah,
That'd be sick. Get a
we're
full
gonna-
band appearance here.
Yeah, I'll have gear in here, so you just have to bring like guitars and stuff. I'll have a full kit here for you.
Love that.
Awesome.
So we gotta make that happen soon, but we gotta do some extra work before we put all the gear in. Plus, we're putting a bar in here too. We're going
Oh,
we're
don't
getting
tell me
crazy over here.
And the
You
landlord
guys
says
gonna rock out like a beer and wine license?
the landlord. No, the landlord said that
Maybe.
no.
Private club. It's private club.
Landlord said that with the bar has to go in a stripper pole.
Oh, the landlord's mandate.
I'm
man.
great
That's
on a
awesome.
stripper pole.
That
Just
is
blew up
awesome.
the
gonna
spot.
say.
What if his wife is listening?
It was her idea. She said it's Saturday night. Don't you remember?
No, I don't. I don't remember much of Saturday night.
So many jokes.
Neither will she.
So many jokes.
No, she was sober. It was everybody else. But yeah, we're upgrading this little studio in here. It's much better though, guys. You were in that other one,
yeah,
right?
no,
and this
I-
much
yeah,
better.
yeah, yeah.
I like the other one too, though.
But
Like,
it's
it was
more
downstairs,
space.
but-
And,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a
was,
little more space.
I was messing
And
up
I don't
when
have to
walked
walk
through the
as
door.
much.
I walked through the door. I was like, "There's no cubicle area here. There's no desk." Like, what?
It's right there.
I like it. I like it.
we knocked down the walls.
Yeah, man, it's nice.
Yeah,
It's nice. It's a good setup.
Yeah, we did a lot of work over the Christmas break. We did it.
Oh, okay.
And actually, a couple days after New Year's as
Did
well.
Santa Claus help?
No, Santa Claus did not help.
That
Fucking
bitch.
lazy.
But
We do our Pilates before we go on air.
yeah,
like right over here.
calisthenics.
You
Yeah.
got,
Get
you
the
got
blood
some
pumping.
room. I like it. Do some
Got to stretch
squats.
out.
We're there it is again. We're clapping everything Chicken says and honor the State of the Union. We actually have to get Shannon back in here with our
We do.
pound class. So now we got room to do pound. My friend, I know
Sounds
where you
dirty.
guys' minds are
Sounds
going right
very
now.
dirty. Pound class, huh?
It's these
I don't
exercise
think it involves
with drums.
cakes.
Actually, you would be into it, Larry, because it's exercise with drumsticks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm digging it.
It's pretty cool. It's
Will
called
it teach me how to like not drop them?
probably. Well, I don't know. That's
He's good at dropping.
Yeah, oh,
You're
yeah.
good at dropping
No,
sticks?
listen. All a drop is.
That's why
is
he has
a
a
failed
1,000
spin. That's all a
drumsticks.
drop is. It's just a failed
You're gonna
spin.
take me or Scott out though with those.
Yeah, one day somebody's gonna get.
That's
one
why
stuck
I'm
in the
happy
neck.
I'm very far away from Larry.
Do you guys?
I
have,
like having eyes.
Do you guys have any good drummer jokes?
Larry.
How about the
that's
one
not
about
up to
the
me.
abscess on his ass?
What a dick!
I mean,
Yeah.
Dick.
Larry?
2.
Period.
It's a
No.
dick move, Josh. That's a dick move.
You guys could be a dick amongst the band.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but not to other bands though. Not to
No,
you
no.
know. Keep
Why
it
not?
in house?
Equal opportunity.
Well, we're trying not to be a dick here.
Well, my brother was in another band, so I could be a dick to them, right?
Yeah, yeah if it's your brother. Then.
All right.
Bye, Janelle. Thanks for chiming in.
Chinaman.
Chining in.
Chinaman?
Thanks for Chinaman.
Are they building a railroad?
We're all thankful for
So
Chinaman. They
chiming
built
in,
the
open your
railroads.
Yeah, I brought it up.
Persecution.
But yeah, pound class, bro. It'll be right up your thing. Man.
Mandy
I
said,
think
"Damn,
I could
Stu."
do- I think you guys
What's
you'd be good at it.
I love you, Mandy. I still have your daughter's little card sitting on my wall.
Oh.
It's pinned in. It says, I love you. I love you, Uncle Stu. And it has a picture of me when I had hair. Because I don't have hair anymore.
Like, did you have a mullet or something? I'm getting lazy now. I've gone lazy.
He's burned enough calories
I
for today.
have. I was already at the gym.
No, to be honest, I have stuff like that just pinned on my wall. Like stuff that makes me happy from my friends. Like encouraging shit.
I think a lot of people should do more of that though, because like it puts you in a better mood when you wake up in the morning. You see something there that puts you positive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know? I've got Scott and Mandy actually got me a card when I graduated college in 2008 from Utica College. Go Pioneers!
Yeah.
Boom.
Big
and they
moves.
wrote literally like an essay on the inside about how proud of me they were.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I found it when I moved.
Well, Mandy's saying right now she loves you, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
your hair's pretty.
You guys are a tight knit group, though. I like seeing that. You've all known each other since pretty much junior high and high school, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Some earlier than that. But
I can tell you a story about how Mandy met Scott. 2 seconds. So they used to live at the Pond
Short
Hill.
story long.
No, quick. I'll do it quick. Pond Hill townhouses up in Pond Hill by Taberg, and she had just like broken up with her boyfriend of like I don't know how many years or months or whatever, but she came up with him, and Scott was living there with Larry, and she came up. And it was me and Garrett standing literally side by side with Scott. And Scott grabbed us both by the neck, pulled us down and said, "Who the fuck is that? You guys know everybody." And we were like, brah. And we told him who she was. And then they ended up dating and moved in together, and now they're married and have 2 lovely children.
And you still like to get choked?
He loves it.
Yeah.
He's gonna lie.
Josh, can you choke me right now?
Right now?
You guys are shot. You guys are shot.
We just like to have fun.
Yeah, man. It's always fun when you guys come on. Like I said, next time you guys are going to be playing some music.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to bring some acoustics
Is that
last
what we
time
do?
we were on.
Do we play music?
Yeah,
or?
we do that occasionally.
Yeah.
In between like sex jokes and like
that happens often, all too often.
Sex jokes, never heard of them.
No?
Well, not at all. Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad to see the Fight for Rome boys back doing the thing, man. Let's book you guys some more gigs because you guys need to be out there playing.
Definitely want to get out there playing.
Yeah, get out there playing.
It's been too
shit.
long.
Yeah.
All 2016, I think, was benefit shows we did all year, and then 2017 we just had to take off and concentrate on writing new music. We got 11 songs for this album coming out. We want to do that, and we want to put out a little acoustic EP maybe this year. So hopefully we'll get both done. That'd be great.
So
Awesome.
3 or 6 song or somewhere.
So you're
in
saying
that area.
Tool's been out more than you guys have been lately?
That would be correct.
Probably, yes,
that would be
yes.
correct.
I read something, and you bring up Tool, that they didn't even track their music yet or something like that. They're just writing.
It's supposed to
and they
come
can't
out
supposedly
this
it's
year.
supposed to come out in 2018, but it won't. It's Tool.
No,
Yeah.
they're gonna push it back another couple of years.
Yeah, they're perfectionists.
2020 or
Well, he had a great thing that he Maynard said about like other bands like Shinedown. He's like, how do you come out with an album every year and a half, every 2 years?
Well, they got contracts. They got
Well,
obligations
yeah.
and shit. That's why.
Tool's got those too.
Not really.
No,
Yeah.
Tool has written their own
thing.
ticket.
Yeah.
Long
Yeah.
time ago.
But he made a good point of how can you live? How can you have experiences that you need to write about in 2 years?
Because they use the same formula, you know,
yeah, it's formulaic when you're that size.
cookie
band,
cutter
so,
songs.
yeah.
You know, change up the
It
riffs
is
a little
very
bit.
formula. He's
I'm,
right.
I'm not mad at Tool for
You know,
taking so long,
but
to
they
write
do have
albums,
contracts.
Yeah,
Like
they're not a
obligations.
formulaic band. So
They are the
It's
other-
totally different expecting Tool or Rush
But when you looked at
from
like
a
the
pop band.
BC Boys used to do the same thing. BC Boys would like disappear for 2-3 years, and then you wouldn't hear, or even longer, 4 or 5 years.
Tool
And then they
disappear for 10.
and then they drop an
Yeah,
album
they've
and
been
blow
gone
your
for a
mind.
decade.
You know?
Dude, 10's being generous. Like,
The last album was, what, 10, 12 years ago,
So
right?
what's this?
2006.
This is Chinese democracy.
he would know.
Gets
Yeah.
worse.
Because that's when I went and saw them in New Jersey at the old
Talking about
Giant
Guns N' Roses or
Stadium.
anything?
But yeah, it's crazy the way they come out. But back to Fight for Rome, man. It's good to see you guys back. So if anybody's out there that books bands or want to trade shows with you, how do they get in touch with you?
You can hit us up right on Facebook.
Yep.
Obviously, we've all shared this, so if anybody's out there listening, you can contact any of us
Reverb
personally.
Nation.
Reverb Nation. I would say overall probably best form of
CD
contact.
baby?
Fightforrome@gmail.com as well. That would definitely get you in touch with us. So yeah.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Welcome to the gig.
Random bald man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that this is David.
No, that's
No.
Mike right
That's
there.
Mike?
That's
That's
Mike. Are you related to Doug Marone? No, he wishes. That was the first question everybody had for you. Mike Marone in the house with us. Did you? Like, Doug Marone's my uncle. That's hilarious. I would have took advantage of that too.
Oh, yeah.
I would have told everybody. I'm
Free
like,
drinks all night.
He's
Put it
my
on
uncle.
Doug's bill. Put it on Doug's bill.
Then after he leaves,
Charge
you're
it to the university.
Yeah, exactly.
nowadays you probably don't want to do that.
Yeah, right. No, let's probably charge him double.
You're probably spitting it.
Right. Yeah, don't go to Buffalo using that last name. They would totally kill you.
Yes, we would.
Yeah, but so okay, that's a good way to get a hold of Fight for Rome because you guys need to be out there playing more, man. So what I feel like you guys should do is start trading gigs with other bands and stuff. You know, in other
Absolutely.
towns, trade gigs with some bands from Rochester or Syracuse or Albany or wherever. You know.
Yeah, the lack of being out playing really has just been I guess I would say a lack of effort on our end. But it's not. It's more of a focus point.
Yeah, we're trying to do stuff.
So we're just trying to get there. We want to be able to bring some new stuff to the table when we go out there. Actually, at Maggie's on the River on February 10th, we're going to be debuting 4 new songs.
At least 3 brand new songs.
Save me.
and at least 2 more that haven't been played in a
That have
really
been
long
pulled and
time.
revamped.
You know
Yeah,
who I
we-
want to
we
really play
definitely
with,
did.
though? I want to go to Ithaca.
There you go.
Oh, and rock out with Gun Poets again?
Because I
Great
never
band.
got to play with them.
Gun Poets was
I
awesome.
never got to play
They're
with
awesome.
them.
Yeah, you weren't in the
they're
band
fucking
yet.
great.
Yeah,
And
that was.
Dan's an awesome guy.
They're all
Yeah, they're all awesome, but
They were really cool dudes. We
Yeah.
played with them at Traces for our 1-year anniversary as a band. It was a tight show.
dope.
Great band.
You guys got that shit autographed, actually.
Oh,
not
yeah.
to be fanboys
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah, we were total fanboys for that show.
We got pictures. We got
Mandy is
everything.
saying you guys had legal issues too.
I think she meant Tool.
Oh, Tool. I'm thinking Fight for Rome, but who knows? There's a delay. So
No, I've had the other thing has kind of held us back a little bit is I've had some issues medically. Obviously being a drummer, it's important to be able to sit down, and when you have a pyloneal abscess, which appears on the buttocks, that
On
kinda-
your ass.
Yeah, that kind of.
you said that so technically.
Well, we just all tell him he has a second asshole.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not very technical at all.
It's a nice word to say for anal warts.
Yeah, I say that I have a vaginus. Actually, I do have a vaginus. After I got it taken care of the first time, that's kind of what it looked like. Miss took a picture of it. I was like, I look like I have a pussy on my butt cheek. This is not
then
cool.
it came back.
This is not cool. But yeah, unfortunately, the pyloneal abscess it has the potential to be reoccurring. So
So they ripped you a new asshole.
They did. They did. They did. And it was. No, I will stand up.
There have been so many second asshole jokes since the first one, like 2017, just full of asshole jokes.
Yeah.
So when you
all in
poop-
your honor, huh, Larry?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm a fucking trooper. I raised up my drum set.
Yeah, you
where I
played
could play
several
standing
practices
up,
standing,
like
yeah.
standing up, playing practice
That's
and
pretty
shit.
sick.
Like I still try to contribute and put in when I'm dealing with that, but it's not easy, obviously. So
That's also where some of the idea for playing an acoustic album came across. We didn't want to get sloppy over our breaks, letting him heal up, so we started doing acoustic practices and just playing what we could, and it sounded kind of cool, and we kind of want to put that out for people to hear. So
absolutely,
it led to something a little cool side project for us.
And just for acknowledgement, we were waking up at 7 a.m. on Sundays and going to practice.
Ouch.
Yeah, wow.
Just saying.
That's dedication.
Or you mean just staying up from Saturday?
That's real dedication.
well, 9 a.m. I mean, Stewie was waking up at like 7 a.m. I was
Yeah, they were
waking
at
up. I
9.
was waking up at like 8:45.
Yeah,
like
get
I'll be
there-
there in like 10 minutes, guys.
Getting there late.
20 minutes later.
The drunk one gets there 10 minutes before.
Yeah, it's because you didn't know where you were.
And
You
you got
thought you were
dropped off.
wandering to the bathroom.
Shut up.
That's a shot. Anyways, I want to introduce our new guest that we got in the house with us. Mike Marone's joining us.
What's going on, everybody?
Good to
I'm
see
Mike.
you, buddy.
What's going on, Mike?
This is the
Nice
Fight
to
for
meet ya.
Rome, guys.
Nice to meet you, sir.
So you brought your photography equipment. You got like a little
did.
project going on, or you're just constantly always taking pictures?
I'm
huh?
always taking pictures, man.
Yeah.
That's
It's
kind of
like
creepy.
One of my passions, you know. It's just the thing I do, and yeah, it's creepy a little bit, but I'm that
I'm
guy.
creepy too, bro.
I'm that guy in the corner with a zoom lens, getting pictures of everybody, and nobody knows about it. So
He's like, check out this amazing still frame I got of you while you were sleeping. Check this out.
Naked.
no, it's nice though, you know.
Well, I'm glad you could pop by, man. It's good to see. We
Yeah.
were talking about you coming
Thanks
in.
for having me. You know,
Yeah,
this
man.
is awesome in here.
This is like I
This
say
is
this
legit.
all the time. It's a revolving door of characters that come in and
That's
out of
nice.
this place.
So what kind of pictures do you do? Like nature? just
Anything, man. You
candid?
know, nudes on the bed, whatever you want, really. No. No, I do portraits, landscapes, architecture, weddings. You know, pretty much anything.
Also, you don't do nudes?
Well, I mean, I can.
Get out.
It's a new venture for me, you know.
Start up a new category: professional dick pics. Don't do it with your new shitty dick pic. Get a professional.
It'll be
dick pic.
fully edited.
Glamorous can you make my dick
Make it look larger and more girthy, or
Welcome to the penitentiary. Uso.
You'd be able to hire like a hairstylist and a makeup artist as well.
I know
I
some
can do everything.
hairstylists.
You'd be all
Quite a
set.
few.
Nah,
Oh,
I wasn't
man.
sure if you did like went out and did like nature photos, or if you
I did, yeah. Yeah, I do clubs, bands, everything.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
What do you like best? What is your favorite thing to do?
I love architecture.
Architecture?
I do. Yeah, I think that's my
You
favorite.
get a lot of great pictures in this town, man.
I know. I know.
lot
All the
of
churches
old
and everything. They're just truly amazing. I mean, it's.
Have you ever shot any of the churches around here?
I have.
Did you do Grace Church?
Not yet.
Oh,
I
dude,
will though.
on 6 Elizabeth, man.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful church.
Some of the
That's where my
cemeteries
dad
too
goes.
around here have
Really?
like, really cool statues in back. Like they got the Knights of Epithéosis over there in
Is that on Oneida?
yeah,
Right?
Forest Hills.
Okay. It's on the
big-
left, right?
Yeah, there's 2 of them. There's New Forest and Forest Hills. Actually, I think it's in New Forest, but it's a huge. I used to work there. I used to do landscaping stuff, but
Nice.
it's a huge statue there. Some
Really?
really cool stuff out there.
I just love the very eclectic nature of it. You know, it's just really appealing to me. Yeah, I guess, you know.
Do you go through condemned buildings too? Are you one of those?
I haven't yet,
Uh-huh.
but I think I'm going to one of these days.
Yeah, there's some great
It-
condemned,
it
condemned
just
buildings around here.
Yeah, it's just awesome. You know, that very grungy look. I love it.
Industrial.
Yeah,
type of
very
feel.
industrial. Yeah,
I like that rustic
yeah,
look.
it's
and
nice. You know,
all
it is.
beat up, beat to shit. Like a lot of those buildings down on Broad Street. You know,
All the old factories and stuff.
Yeah, like there's some cool architecture going on down there, all throughout this whole
There
town,
is.
man.
Yeah, it's just amazing. I just did St. John's Church about a month ago. I mean, they just top
nice
to
church.
bottom. They've renovated the whole thing. It's beautiful in there. I mean, it looks gorgeous, and it's all original as well. I mean, they just restored it back to its original state. I mean, looks like it should be in New York City or something like that. You know, it's
It's a
incredible.
really nice church.
Yeah, it
right
is.
in the middle of town too, and you're
It
like,
is.
this is here.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird.
And you walk in, you're like, oh my god, this is in Utica. It's nuts.
Walk into church and say, oh my god.
There's a lot of that. Though. There's
There
a lot of those hidden gems in town.
People don't realize that. I mean,
Seriously.
Nobody realizes. Oh, we hate Utica. I'm like, dude, you can move away, but this is a great city. I love it. I really do. People knocking. And
I think some people need to move away and then come back and to appreciate it.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I know these guys and some of my other friends used to call like this area? We called it the black hole.
The black hole.
The black
You
hole.
always get sucked back in.
Soundgarden.
you always
Sucked
get
back
sucked
in.
back in.
Black hole
I mean,
sun.
this is home. This is home right here. And if you
true,
want
though.
another church to go film at, my parents used to go there. Mount Zion in Rome. It's
Isn't
very
there
pretty.
Mount Zion in Utica too, or no? Like North
It
Utica?
used to be.
Chance.
I don't know if it's still
Really?
there.
Good
But I know there
chance.
used to be.
Yeah.
At least.
That's-
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Yeah,
it's
I'm not
awesome.
religious at all, but I mean,
Yeah, I'm more
architecture is
spiritual.
architecture. And
No,
like,
you're right. It is.
going in that
I'll go
stuff
anywhere.
is it's
I will.
gorgeous.
Yep.
It's really gorgeous.
Anything new, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Just like here, I'm gonna take some pictures and post them online for you guys, or you can have them.
Well,
or,
we're
you know.
not
Awesome.
gorgeous though.
We're far from gorgeous.
Yeah,
You were very gorgeous.
we're
Okay,
all pretty
listen.
ugly.
I'm glad you could come in, man. You come in anytime too.
No, I appreciate
we're
it.
always in need of photographer around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But we do have our boy Dave. He checks in from time to time.
Yep.
Dave Bauer. He's around doing the photography thing for us. But we always need more.
What about Mega? I mean, come on.
He's not a photographer. You ever get a picture taken from Mega? It's like,
Mega's
it's out of
ridiculous.
focus.
I love it though,
They
man.
can barely focus on one of the pictures.
Let's go,
or whatever.
You know what? He would be
Don't ever let him
perfect
take a
at?
picture.
He is the Utica equivalent of Flava Flav. He is a hype man. Straight up. And he's great at it. He should
True.
be famous.
He's the metal Flavor Flav.
He's such a good dude, though. I love that guy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll
Amazing.
probably break my neck.
We got
when I see him.
Leslie and Wanda checking in. Hello, ladies.
Hi,
How you
ladies.
doing?
Hi.
Mega's been a huge help for me for the last few years since
Yeah.
he's gotten out of jail. Like he's
Yep.
been
Yeah,
such a
he's a
huge
great
help for
dude.
me, and I got a lot of love for that guy.
Yeah.
So
No,
Stops by the tattoo shop all the time and interrupts everybody.
let's plug the tattoo shop too. You guys are doing big things over there. I got to give big ups to my boy Randy Smith too.
Yeah, Rockin' Horse Tattoo
Uh-huh.
down next to Big Apple.
Oh, my buddy Chad.
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
Chad
too.
Chad
Me and
works
Chad went to
there.
high school together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Jim Johnson worked there too?
I seen
Who?
him.
Jim Johnson?
He was there for a little bit. He's doing his own thing right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Chad did a Prince Albert on my couch when we were like 17, 18 years old.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he's been doing it for.
He pierced your couch's dick. He did.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know your couch.
So, and the couch is for
He's
sale.
a wizard, man. He'll get it. He'll get it.
Yeah, Chad's good people, man. I've known Chad since high school.
We came back from a Guar concert. Oh my God, we're all covered in
Oh,
blood.
I can't wait to hear
And-
this.
And it was me, him, my buddy Sam, and my buddy John. We show up at my house and we're covered in blood. And my mom wakes up and she's like, "Oh my God, what happened? What happened?" She's like, "We got in a car accident." We had her going for a while. We told her we got in a car accident and shit. And then we told her no, we went to a Guar concert. And she's like, why are you covered in blood? I'm like, well, they kind of throw it at you.
That's what they do.
No, that's disgusting. It's not real blood, Mom. But yeah, we were head to toe covered in blood at a Guar concert.
That's what happens.
That's the best story I've heard in a week.
It's what happens, man. It's what definitely happens. Rockin' Horse, though, where you guys are next to Big Apple Music. Talk about it.
Yeah, we got 5 artists, and Chad, he's our piercer.
Yep.
We're open 6 days a week. We usually have at least 4 people on staff all the time. Once a year, we do a fundraiser for Stephen Swan's Humane Society as well.
You guys.
I didn't win the
You
raffle.
see that last week, right? Or no? Was that you guys?
It was
or?
like a
Yeah,
month
that was
ago.
back in December. We did.
Was it?
I didn't
End
win
of
the
November,
raffle,
early
and I'm
December,
very upset.
Okay.
But we were just on their the telethon they do, where we presented the check
That's awesome.
for how much we raised.
Now, when was the event? What exactly do you guys do? You do Tats for Pups, right?
Yeah, Tats for Pups. We actually usually come up with custom drawings, and we take walk-ins all day, and 100% of the proceeds, that even if they tip us, the tips even go to the Humane Society.
That's cool, man.
That's incredible.
This year, I think we raised close to $4,000. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was really close to 4,000.
That's awesome.
I think it was just a little under.
That's good for you, man.
Yeah,
that deserves one of these.
That's a big amount. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I got to stand up for everybody I work with. They're
Mike, in honor of the State of the Union last night, we were clapping and standing up for everything that anybody says.
That was so annoying. That was irritating.
So wait.
totally irritating.
Yeah. So anybody says anything, we're applauding. So.
They take donations too.
Yeah, take donations. We
I
take
brought up a bunch of donations from my
food
parents.
and stuff. And we usually sponsor adoptions. At least,
oh, cool.
They bring dogs down that have been there for a year or so. And the owner of the shop, he usually sponsors all the dogs that come down to the shop that day's adoption. So all the fees are taken care of. You just got to go down and pick up these dogs that come down to the shop.
And you got your own additional fur baby family member
Yes,
that way too, didn't you?
I adopted a 9-year-old pit bull the first year we did it.
Oh,
Her
cool.
name's Rocket.
That's awesome.
She's a
She's a
great
gem.
addition to the family. I love
They're
the
awesome
dog,
dogs.
yeah.
They are.
But pit bulls are terrible.
Let's not get started on that.
No, we won't get started on that. But she is a good girl.
That fired
She's a
me up
good
last
girl.
week. But it's important to support Stephen Swan. They need all the
Absolutely.
funding they can get.
Yeah.
They get no assistance, government assistance whatsoever, and everything that they have to, pay their bills is all through events like,
It's from us.
Tats for Pups and us, and then Masucci does his Animal Jam and all the Wiggle Waggle Walkathon and everything, the golf tournaments that they do. So
Yeah, they have a great volunteer down there, Hillary Snoggle.
Yes, I know Hillary.
She's actually the one that set up the initial benefit, and she's the one that's helped get it running every year.
big ups to
through
Hillary.
them. Definitely big ups to her.
She's doing a lot of things with it. Yeah, I'm gonna say. We've already burned 200 calories standing up and down for the last hour.
Last hour.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hilarious. But yeah, good. And then listen, next year when you guys do Tats for Pups, please keep us in mind. I'd love to have you guys come on and stuff. And
Yeah,
it'd be
definitely.
fun to chop it up with Chad. I haven't seen him in a while. I would always see him randomly at shows. We put on shows for creative concerts.
Every once in a blue moon, I'll bump into him.
Yeah.
Can we figure out zoning laws and maybe next time Tats for Pups maybe have like an outside band? Is that possible?
There have been.
Why, you know a band?
A couple.
I think
We might know a few.
one.
There have been bands that play right outside Big Apple. They used to do a summer event where they'd have bands set up on the little sidewalk they have right next to
Problem
the
is
windows.
the parking there is tough.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Did you see when it got flooded?
Oh, man.
Oh,
a couple times.
I felt so
person.
bad for you guys.
A couple times.
That happened twice, didn't it? Right?
Yeah, it's happened twice.
Like
Past,
last time was
4 or 5 years.
horrible.
The first one 4 or 5 years ago ripped like the entire parking lot up.
That was bad.
And knocked out some of the lights.
I worked
and
right
stuff.
there too, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
man." I feel
And
bad
then
for these
last year,
guys.
too, right around 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
around the
Modown time.
the 2-year anniversary of the first flood, it flooded again. Not quite as bad, but everybody across the parking lot from us gets hit, and I feel so bad for all those businesses.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, man. Especially my boy George from New Hartford TV right across
Yeah,
the way,
yeah,
man.
Georgie.
He's been fixing my gear for 100 years.
The first time that happened, I believe the Coast Guard or like some sort of like personal rescue had to go break his door to get him out.
Yeah.
Like the
Jesus.
water.
They had to take a dinghy boat one
Yeah,
over there.
yeah. The water got so high so fast he got sealed in there from all the water,
crazy.
and they had to go rescue him. But they got
I feel
him out.
happy that I live in Rome now.
It's a
We
cool
just get
little area
snow.
over there, though. Big Apple family, they're really cool.
Yeah.
Big ups to the Bolus family.
Yeah,
Love those
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
And all the way down to you guys.
Chris is the shop owner, and his brother owns owns next door.
You got Fat Boy's Deli in there too now.
Fat Boys, definitely.
Great place. Oh, I love that. over
Tony's.
there.
There's a Tony's in there now.
Yeah, we're right underneath Tony, so we hear them
That's a good
stomping around
Tony's.
all day.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's
I
better
like
than.
it.
Oh God, I'm
like it
gonna
a
get in
lot.
trouble.
Don't
It's
say
better
it.
than Black River Boulevard and Rome Tony's. Not quite as good as J Street and Rome Tony's, but it's there. It's second place. Yo,
Tony's on J.
tell me that Tony's on J isn't the best pizza you've ever had.
Wow, that's
Coupled with their hot sauce.
Here he goes with the hot sauce
That
again.
is the only cheese
Yep.
pizza that I will ever actually just order. I'm like,
Me too.
what do you want on your pie? I'm like, extra cheese, please, and all the hot sauce you have. Can you put it in a
All the
5-gallon
hot
pail?
sauce in the
Can you do
world.
that? Like,
Send the
yeah.
jug.
Yeah, their pizza is super on point.
Yeah, it's really good.
Right on.
Cash only.
Gentlemen, we got a few minutes left. I want you guys to plug the anti-violence show one more time. That's happening next weekend.
Excellent. Yeah, the anti-violence show at Maggie's on the River, February 10th. There's going to be 24 bands in 12 hours, 2 stages. It's going to be a riot. They got quite a few beers on tap there. Food's great.
It's not an actual riot because we're trying to do.
Well, yeah,
anti-violence
it's going to be an
here.
anti-riot. It's going to be an anti-riot, actually.
It's gonna be a peaceful riot.
Yes.
That'd be a good
Yeah.
band name.
Peaceful riot.
Anti-riot. Anti-riot.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
$10 at the door.
$10 at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
door. There's a ton of bands. Where they got like 24 bands.
That's
Yep.
cheap.
And yeah,
That's cheap.
Yeah. If there's any left, there are wristbands that are being sold right now for $10 a piece. That is your ticket in the door. The show is going to sell out if it hasn't already.
Yeah,
at
it's
this
really
point.
close to selling
Yeah.
out from what I've heard from JP.
Yeah, there are some sponsors out there that still do have some tickets, so you can check
Fight
out
for
the,
Rome has 4 tickets left. If you're interested,
you
can
guys
get
sold
a
some
hold of
tickets.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
Cool,
we,
good.
We,
Awesome.
we have them, so get a hold of us on Facebook, and we'll get them to you. We'll meet you up somewhere if we got to.
We all have cars.
But it is definitely going to be a fantastic event out there. Everybody coming together and showing support for a cause that really needs some attention at this point. And like mentioned before, it's surprising that JP is the only one that's doing anything like this. Like,
Right.
I think the entire world needs
In the
an
country?
anti-violence show. Like that's the reality of it.
It blows me away.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
More.
a regular show. It's the only one I've heard of. I've heard of like an anti-violence tour, maybe, but like a regular show that he's trying to put on, because he's doing this is the 4th one. He's been doing it for about 3 years, so he's putting on more than it's less than a year apart that he's putting these on.
Yeah.
So that's great, getting that many bands together and putting it on that regularly.
And let me tell you something. Knowing JP, as long as I've known him, you guys are gonna have a great time. And he's gonna take great care of you. So.
Oh yeah, he seems like a very devoted guy to
He is.
people
He
that are
puts the
devoted to
drive
him.
in you too. It's great.
Absolutely, yeah.
Great to have somebody
His-
working like that with you.
In the great words of JP, go get it. You know.
Yeah.
And I think he's got I don't know if he's got them already, but some T-shirts, some sweatshirts, some hats, different apparel that you can actually buy on his site, or they're looking up trying to get people to vote for what they want to see.
Yeah.
Which is cool because I like swag.
Yeah.
So
Right on, brother. Mike Marone, plug your photography business, man.
I've been doing this for about a year and a half now. I own Michael Marone Photography. It's pretty basic. I do weddings, events, bars, bands,
Bar
portraits,
mitzvahs.
bar mitzvahs. Anything you need, I got you.
He just works for the
I'll take
tips on
pictures. I got a strip for the tips. That's about it though.
I meant for the bar mitzvah.
Yeah, I DJ. I buy and sell products. I sell cars. I mean, I do it all.
Jeez,
honestly.
You're a busy man.
Yeah, I'm always hustling. You have to be,
Yeah, absolutely.
In this area, you just gotta hustle.
Life
If you're
is
not,
a
then
hustle.
you're staying behind.
Do you have a website you could plug?
I do Facebook for now.
Facebook.
It takes a lot to build a website on your own, so
Why no?
yeah, it's tough, man.
And
It's,
I find Facebook really kind of reaches most of the people you're gonna want to.
it's actually pretty effective. I spend like $20 a month on advertising, and I that turns into 300% profit. I mean, it's
That's beautiful.
all day,
Yeah,
all
right.
day at least. You know, so
and then you can go and post your pictures up there, and people can, will see them instead of people having to happen upon your website. You can post pictures up on your Facebook, and boom, they get to see it. All your friends.
Yeah, I have my girlfriend share it. I share it. People share it. I post on Instagram. I hashtag everything. I mean, it's actually in the year and a half I've been doing it, I've been pretty successful. I'm not busy all the time, but it's building.
Yeah.
Which I'd rather have it build, gradually than have it build too fast and I can't keep up. So.
Do you do Instagram, all that too?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's nice.
Instagram's a great platform.
It is.
Especially
it is, man.
in your line of work.
Yeah. I've tried Twitter. I can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't do Twitter, man. I can't do it.
I don't do Twitter.
I don't know. I think it's.
Never
I think
tried.
it was hot for like a year or two, but after that, it just kind of.
Well, it's not hot in this area. It's hot everywhere else.
Yeah.
But Utica.
Unless you're Trump.
25% of
it's
Twitter
pretty hot.
followers are on or in the U.S. I think it's 76 or 77% of people that use Twitter are outside of the U.S.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So if you hone in on New York, it's probably like 0.001% of the people that are actually on Twitter in this area.
Yeah. Wow, that's a crazy stat. I was thinking it'd be a lot more than that. But.
No, 25% of Twitter users are in the U.S. and that's
crazy.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
We use Twitter here at the studio because you kind of need it, for promotions and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do it so where you just link in all your accounts together, so I don't
like
have to go
Hootsuite or
on
something?
Twitter. So it doesn't. You're right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't have to go on Twitter. It just automatically appears my post that I made on Instagram or Facebook.
I hear ya.
I don't have to keep following around. But I think it's a necessity. If you're going to be doing this kind of
It is.
work, you have to do it.
It's just the actual people that are viewing your content,
Right.
What
That's
about
the way-
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn's more for like blogs and articles, and it's more for like business. I mess with LinkedIn with my professional job, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Like networking and whatnot. But
Facebook and Instagram.
I love Facebook and Instagram, man. That's where it's at right now.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. Right on, guys. Well, this has been a great show.
Definitely.
This has been fun. We had a lot of laughs, and I want to give some big ups to my boy JP for coming in and talking about stop the hate and
Stop
the
being a dick.
anti-violence. Yeah, man.
Stand up.
This has got to be a thing now.
It's good. I think so. It's just a thing when the State of the Union's going on.
Oh, my God.
So big ups to my boy JP. He's doing great things. Always has been doing great things in the music world. And continued success, my friend, and nothing less. And thank you, if you're out there watching us, thank you for the palette that he made us. He made us a really cool palette. If you see
definitely
that,
a cool
Incredible
palette,
Hulk over there. So check out the palette art company that he's got going
Z-Smash.
on. Yes, tomorrow I got Mr. Monkey coming in tomorrow. We're going to have an interesting day tomorrow, Chicken. I hope you're prepared for it.
Oh, I'm never prepared.
Mr. Monkey is going to be in the house, and next week we got a whole bunch of great guests coming in next week. I'm so excited. I don't even know. I don't want to bust out the phone or whatever. But before we get out of here, I got to mention the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, in conjunction with Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, are doing a seller seminar this Saturday. That's right, seller seminar. It's everything you need to know about buying a home without any pressure. You go on to the seller seminar. It's at the Elks Lodge in Utica. It's 1315 Champlain Ave in Utica. And you can try out their 360 camera. They got a 360 camera that's going on. It's really cool. And you go in, and it's like virtual reality. You put on the mask, and you know what a 360 camera is, right, fellas? All right. So you put on the mask, and you see all these great homes that our girl Adeline and her sisters and everybody's trying to sell. The local real estate world out there is selling. There's going to be a large list of agents ready to assist you on selling your home, and there's also going to be a panel, Ask the Experts. So if you want to RSVP through Facebook to reserve your spot for the seller seminar that's happening this Saturday at the Elks Lodge, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So it's quick and easy. You're not going to be there all day. If you 2 hours in and out, and Adeline and the girls will teach you everything you need to know about selling your home. She's got it going on. We love her. We love that girl. We love her very much. And you can check out her podcast here on Disruption Network every Monday night.
Yep.
Every Monday night. And then you can check us out on our brand new website, disruptionnetwork.net. We went from a com to a net.
Drop the com, pick up a net.
Yeah, drop the com and pick up a net. So
nets are easier to fall into.
They much easier to fall
Knew
into.
that was coming.
Much easier. Excuse me. But we will see you tomorrow. Fight for Rome. Much love to you guys, man. Thanks for coming
having
in.
us.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon. And Mike, thanks for coming in, brother.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Never you mind what I'm making. You should spend some time taking a personal inventory of what you're doing for the betterment of society.
You know what the hell you're listening to?
It's EC Radio.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale, or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection, to making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage, making sure they're getting the best price on their house. You know, just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725. In the Mohawk Valley, for the best real estate service, you gotta have faith. Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-735-2222 or www.centralnyhomes.com.